Welcome everybody to a one-shot Reditus. We are putting the campaign on pause as our buddy Atlas is suffering from some pain and anguish. So we're gonna do a little one-shot. We're gonna be testing our kind of new system that we're doing for the stream. Make the combat and visuals a little bit better. Finding the heights and stuff when going into sort of elevated combat was a bit tricky. So with the new system, hopefully everybody finds it a little bit easier. So our players, we got Luke, Jay, and Tim, you know, as Mastos, Jack, and Darius. And
Not in that
no,
order.
no particular order. So they do not know anything at all about this one shot that I put together. I do expect it to only last the 3 hours, so I'm trusting my players to be able to be on the ball.
A lot of faith, a lot of faith.
So they know nothing about the story, who they're playing, nothing. Everything is black right now.
The only thing I know is it's got some handsome people playing.
Ayo. All right.
When are they joining?
Oh,
Bam! Shots fired. Okay, so
one shot all over my face.
so Luke,
That's you.
What's up?
I want you to roll a d4.
Roll.
2.
2. Okay. Tim, roll a d4, please.
Oh, dice are involved in Dungeons and Dragons.
I know.
Where are my D4s? Oh, well, that's a roll. A 1.
Okay,
3.
that could not have worked out better.
Yep.
Perfect.
You know what? I want to roll again.
It was meant to be.
All right, Luke,
Yes.
you rolled a 2, yes?
Correct.
Okay. So, as you open your eyes, you see a wooden floor in front of you. And as you quickly glance up, you realize that you're in the lower deck of a boat. As you glance up, you see what looks to be some sort of female. From the pointed ears, elf or half elf, dressed in what looks like kind of almost a roguey material, kind of cloak up, some straps around the waist, 2 swords hanging by the side. In the corner of your eyes, you see 2 more bodies laying there. You see what looks like a white male human, blonde hair, kind of white robes. And to your left, you see what looks like possibly an elf or half elf. Very, very pale white skin and white flowing hair down to the shoulders. And as you turn, the one with the white hair starts to open her eyes. Tim, you open your eyes and you see staring at you this tiefling, long red hair, black robes cut down to the front, long black pants stretching up just above the thigh, a large sword strapped to their waist, laying on the ground, eyes open, staring over at you. And as this happens, Jay, you open your eyes to see a tiefling and an elf on the ground, and up on the deck above, you see the back view of somebody steering the ship. What do you guys do?
My eyes cut and linger to the low cut of the tiefling. And who are you?
Where are we? And I'm gonna start standing to my feet. Am I able? Am I bound or anything?
Yeah, roll a perception.
13 on the die.
Okay. You do a quick glance around. You don't see anything tying you down, pinning you down. You don't see any type of obstruction or something that knocked you down. You don't see anything obstructing you from standing up.
Okay. I will kind of get to my feet and stand up and. So there's 4 people in the room.
Yes, there's you, 2 bodies, and then one standing up, and kind of there's steps that kind of lead up to just on a top platform, where you can see somebody at a steering wheel at the top of the boat.
And I'll look down at the person that Tim's playing and go, I don't know, but I'm going to go see what's going on atop and start making my way to the upper deck.
I want to check my body for equipment, weapons, anything like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So you open your eyes and you kind of watch this one start to walk off, and you quickly do a check. You can feel you're wearing what feels like white robes. You got a pouch down the right-hand side. As you start to rummage through, you see health potion. You see lots of researching materials. You find a dagger. You find a intricately carved long staff. And as you look at this and as you touch it, you can almost start to feel and sense energy within it. But as you try to press back and think about your situation, you can't quite put together who you are, why you're here, who these people are. But there's some sort of magical feeling from the two-handed staff.
Okay, I will grab the staff.
Okay.
And stand up. And I'm just gonna like keep my distance and just kind of survey, take in what's happening.
Okay. So as you start to stand up, and Ion, as you approach the top deck, behind this female elf, she still hasn't noticed you. She's looking out. You can now see it's like the darkness of nighttime, and you can see that this is a small boat. You can see the waters stretched out ahead. You can see rocks just to the right-hand side and some sort of small island off to the left. As you see her kind of like tilting to the left. What do you do?
So as of right now, like I know who I am.
All you know is that your name is Ion.
Ion. And am I a dude or am I?
You're a female tiefling. Long red hair, big horns that stretch right back.
Big horns.
You got a long sword attached to your hip. Very curvaceous.
I'm hot.
You're curvaceous.
Excellent. Okay. I guess we'll just see how quickly the voice comes to me. And Ion's gonna walk up behind this person. Where are we? And where are we going? And who's all these people with us?
And she immediately spins around. And you can see now she almost looks like a pirate style, clearly captaining the ship. It's like, oh, is it there? I don't know. I came around and I seen the rocks were coming, and I had an instinctive urge to come and steer it away from the rocks. Who are you?
I'm Ion, but I don't know who you are or the people around us are. Are you saying we're on an unmanned boat?
Well, I'm not sure. I just woke up and felt that instinctive pull, if you say, to get away from the rocks. I must be some type of sailor or something. Perhaps check and make sure the others are okay.
If you'll keep us sailing straight, and then Ion will turn back around and see one of them already standing, and then make her way over. Are you guys okay?
I don't know. I don't know.
Am I a guy or a girl?
You are a guy.
All right.
You're the only guy on this boat.
Oh, hell yeah.
Darius is not here.
Am I older, younger? I'm trying to form my voice in my head.
Yeah,
so.
for sure. As you guys kind of glance around, getting your bearings, you can see that this is like the living quarters on the underneath on this deck, and you can see a mirror right there. And as you kind of glance over, you can see you are mid-20s. You can see sort of short blonde hair kind of whisked off to the side. You kind of half black cloak over your shoulder, some leather band down here and across the waist. holding the white robes afloat underneath. And you can see these kind of flakes of purple almost laced throughout the clothing.
All right. Keep talking. I'll figure it out. I'm still working on it in my head.
Yeah, so as you kind of turn around and ask these two, you get a good look of yourself, Ion. So again, long red hair, look very confident, and you can see with your armor, again, little flecks of purple almost threaded throughout it, very subtle.
Is this something I can see?
Yeah, it's not like it's flowing out or anything, but you can see it almost feels like stitching in places that there's not stitches, just kind of rippled throughout you.
Oh no, is this something Luke can see?
Oh, I will show you your character shortly.
Excellent.
Is the purple that's inlaid through his armor the same as mine?
Yes.
And you so when you said we woke up and these look like living quarters, were we laying on beds or were we just laying on the floor?
On the floor.
Okay.
Yeah. So as you're checking yourself out in the mirror,
I'd like to creep up behind him as he's checking himself out in the mirror.
Okay. So Cran, that is you, Jay. As you're checking yourself out in the mirror, you hear something behind you. And what are you doing, Freya, as you approach him from behind?
I'm almost like pushing him aside like a bush or a tree, and I'm trying to look at the mirror myself.
Okay. So you feel a slight shove, Cran.
Oh, don't mind me, and I'll step out of the way.
Okay. So Freya, as you look in the mirror, you can see that you've got this kind of leather armor, a little bit different in comparison to the other two people here, which is mostly kind of robed. You've got this kind of leather armor, and again, this purple threading or bleeding, this kind of shining almost through this armor. And you have a long sword strapped to your back and a dagger on your hip. And you feel some type of strange energy within you. As you look at yourself, all you can remember is your name, Freya.
I speak my name, Freya. Freya.
And you hear call from above. Is everyone all right down there? Is everybody, anybody hurt?
Definition of all right.
Does anybody remember anything?
I know my name. That's about it.
Freya, okay. And you, sweetie, what's your name? She just points down.
Ion, are we sailors?
So nobody remembers anything at all, how we got here?
No,
Oh dear.
none of this is familiar.
Did everyone fall asleep?
I don't know. I mean, I obviously didn't just exist, even though it kind of feels that way.
Perhaps we ran into something on the sea that affected us. But
Perhaps we were kidnapped.
I don't know. I think we can walk freely about. And Ion's going to head out to the top, and she's going to do a once-over on herself to see what everything she has.
Okay. So as you start going through your belongings, you feel this kind of cloak tapering down, and it kind of moves and flows almost with you as you walk. And then now you take a better look at this massive longsword. You can see that the blade is made of, almost looks like crystal. This dark purple crystal, kind of almost little sparks just within it, not coming off the blade, but just within it. You see that you're wearing elven chain underneath your robe. You notice you have a special looking ring on your fingers. You kind of look at it. And you think back to actually seeing this before. Something in your memory is starting to trigger now. You see this as a ring of evasion. You know that you've used this before to escape some fatalities. You start to go through your backpack. You find a couple of daggers. You see you've got some books in there. Yeah, that's what you find.
Excellent. Ion will head up to the top, and she'll just kind of either look around or see if there's anything that she can do to help continue sailing.
Okay. So as you head
Well-
up, go ahead.
Well, she's upstairs. You said I had research notes in my bag.
Yeah, you have some notes.
So
Paper,
any
yeah.
type of anything I can read or anything, I want to go through all of it to see if I can get any semblance of where I am
Yeah, absolutely.
or where I came from.
Yeah, so you start going through there. So roll an investigation.
I rolled a 4.
Okay. Okay. So +3, so 7. So you rummage through, and you see, just as a quick glance, as you don't want to spend too much time in here, you see notes about ley lines. You see notes about aquatic waterways, and you see notes about Luxor. All looks kind of like just haphazard, kind of crazily kind of noted down.
If I remember from our campaign, Luxor's a place, right?
Yeah. As you think about Luxor and you read the name, you it starts to come back a little bit. You were going to Luxor for a reason. You know that this is part of the mainland, but there was a reason you were supposed to go there, but your mind just can't quite grasp onto what that reason is.
Any of you from Luxor?
Are any of us from Luxor?
Both of you roll a history, both of you.
Ooh, 17.
Okay. Very nice. So 22.
Jeez!
And Freya?
You're muted.
7.
7. Okay. So you hear Luxor, Freya, and you think, like it rings a bell, but it doesn't feel homely. And Ion, immediately you start to get this kind of wave of information. You remember, you can see yourself in a library, leafing through old maps and old notations of locations. You start to see kind of names flowing throughout. And you look up the corner of your eye as you have this memory of this research on this place, Luxor. You see this part of the mainland, and as you look up in the corner of your eye, you see the person that's manning the boat. And kind of that memory kind of just disappears from you.
So I know of Luxor.
You know of Luxor to be part of the mainland.
Okay. I think if we're going to Luxor, we're going to the mainland. So maybe we're returning home.
It's not home for me.
I don't think it's home for me either. I was headed there for something, but yeah, I don't remember what. Nothing else in my notes. Although you said ley lines, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to bring anything about that up.
While they're talking, I'd like to take a knee and try to think about this feeling I had
Okay.
inside.
Okay.
Inside.
So as you kind of take a knee, and as you do that, you start to focus in, kind of on everything you have on you, and trying to like soak in on this energy that you're feeling. And as you kind of grasp, you instinctively almost grasp hold of your greatsword, and you can feel energy surging through it. And as you do, you look at your hand and you almost feel a pulse. You look at it and there's like this just purple almost thrumming coming from your fingers. You start to check through. You see you've got these strange looking bracers on. You've got an elven shirt protecting you, and you have these interesting looking boots that have special engravings of small wings on the bottom of them.
Pretty.
You said Luxor. You
Indeed.
know, you remembered, did you, what we're doing?
No.
Is there any cargo among the ship? Maybe we're merchants, or maybe we're delivering something.
Well, looks like provisions and things I can see scattered around here. Perhaps we draw anchor or go to that island and regroup, see if we can figure this thing out.
If we were all unconscious, then we'll have to.
Well, if we were all unconscious, who was driving the boat?
Well, I did find myself here by the wheel. When I woke up, I ran down quickly to try and wake everybody up, make sure everybody was okay. But as soon as I seen it steering towards the rocks, I came back up. So perhaps I was steering the boat.
Perhaps you're our leader.
Oh,
Perhaps we're the cargo.
I hope not. Sounds like trafficking.
I say it's best we pull off for now. Maybe gather our bearings and maybe find out what direction we're even headed, if we're still headed towards Luxor.
And as you finish saying this, all three of you feel this strange sense. Towards the island, you can feel, for a split second, almost like that's your home. You have like this tug, this warm feeling that almost hugs you just for a second towards the island.
That's
Go-
the island we go to.
You're right. Maybe we should dock and regroup, figure out what's going on.
Sounds like a solid plan to me. I'll get us there. It'll just be a few minutes. You see it kind of wheeling, runs off to the side, starts pulling the lines to the sails. You see them start to like realign. All of a sudden, it kind of kicks in. You see the boat kind of lurch forward a little bit and starts picking up pace towards the island.
Is like Ion able to help out? Like, does she recognize this stuff as well and can help maneuver a boat?
Roll a history.
Another 17.
Nice. Yeah, so you start thinking back, and you get this memory, this image of yourself talking to the person that is driving the boat, and you get these little flashes and images of them showing you the different areas of the boat, teaching you the language, where to pull the sails, and then this knowledge just flows back to you, and all of a sudden you know exactly what you need to do around this boat to help the boat go faster and get to where it's going.
She'll do that.
Okay. She sees you run over, and you see a little smile come across her face. You get a better look at her now that she's turned around, and you can see that she's quite elderly. She's a half elf. She's got this long gray hair. It's kind of tied into two kind of ponytails that come around to the side here. But she's like a very weathered looking face, but kind, has kind of a smile to her and deepened eyes, sunken eyes. But yeah, she looks like she's seen a few years.
Cool.
So the boat speeds ahead. You guys hear the as it kind of kicks out of the water every now and again. And you start to see the island start to pull close. Okay, well, we're almost there. I'm gonna slow her down. We'll bring her in slow. You kind of just...
How do you do that?
Ion looks like she knows what she's doing. Points over to you, Ion.
Yeah.
You start running around. You start kind of pulling in, versing where the sails are, and taking. You see the buckle in the sails just kind of kick out and start just shimmering in the wind. You guys immediately start to see the boat kind of start to slow down as this person that's steering it kind of does a zigzag, trying to kind of slow the speed before coming in. You see this small rickety dock that is outcoming from this small island. This island's small enough that you guys can see kind of both sides of it as it starts to go around. So you have a view of this tiny island coming up as she slowly pulls it up to the dock, and you just sort of, boom.
Do I
You
see
hear it kinda
anything
rock
on the
side.
shoreline
Roll a perception.
around the island?
14. Yeah, you take a look out, and although it is dark, you can see there are torches lit on the top of this island. So you can see that there's no beach. The water goes right to rocks and then goes up about 20, 30 foot and then kind of goes in a circle. So you can't really see anything from where you are in the boat other than kind of where this hits the top and a couple of torches. But you do see the dock. There is wooden ladders that lead up the rocks up to the top of this little island.
At least it's inhabitable.
Well, should we stay on the boat for safety? Should we investigate, set up camp on the island? What are we thinking?
I'm just gonna try it. Kren is gonna go up on the deck and he's gonna stare up onto the ledge and he's going to try and will himself up there. Does anything happen?
Okay. So you guys see Kran walk to the edge of the boat, and he stares up at the top, and you see him kind of reach out his hand and almost like wince away just for a second, and you see him disappear from the front of the boat and reappear about 30 feet away on top of a rock. And Kran, you see immediately a massive wooden structure. You see chickens running around everywhere. You see a sheep running off to the side. And you see 3 goblins, boys ready to attack.
Well, shit.
And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Wills himself out there. Oh, of course, I roll bad on that.
I rolled a 15.
I rolled.
All right, so keep track of your stuff for now.
I also rolled an 8.
Oh!
Oh, this is fancy.
Oh, we're being revealed. One layer at a time.
Whoa!
So you guys are in the middle of night right now, and as Kran, as you pop up there, yeah, you immediately see 2 goblins standing inside the front of this wooden structure, and one off to the side near a tree. They don't seem to have immediately noticed you. In regards, they didn't get to jump on you, but now that you appear, they all turn. All right, let me get combat in. All right, first time doing turn-based combat mode for this.
Am I supposed to see characters?
You will. It's nighttime.
Okay.
It's nighttime.
I just can't see my
see a thing.
Us on the boat.
That's just because it's nighttime.
Yeah, so you're not on the boat. You guys are on the deck.
Okay.
The deck or the dock?
The dock. Let's say you docked. I will move you onto the deck if you wish, but it'll just make the mechanics a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, we'll be on the dock.
We can be on the dock, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, sorry. Go ahead with your initiatives, guys.
How do I put it in?
Just tell me what it is.
Oh, 8.
I'm an 8. No, wait. Yeah.
Yeah, we both rolled an 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was I 8?
Okay. And Kran, what's yours? If you guys do go out.
Oh, sorry, 15.
15. Okay. I thought maybe you reconnect.
No, I kind of zoned out.
15.
Like, who's Cran?
Okay.
No, I was imagining the scenario that I just did. I'm trying to think of how I want to do this combat.
Literally called Goblin Island.
Okay, so Freya's first.
It literally is Goblin Island. That's great.
All right, so Ion, you are not up first. Kran, you're up first. What do you want to do? As you appear using this energy that you pulled out of nowhere, You can feel this energy surge through the staff, and not only that, as you look at your hand, you see this purple, almost smoke start to radiate out of it.
Whoever's doing that, please stop. Okay, so where am I right now, and do I see goblins?
So let me give you access to your character.
Thank you.
Whoa, there we go. Now I can see stuff.
Okay. Okay. So it's how do I do the thing again? Ba, 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 ba. Is it T? Yeah. Is it these are the ones I can see, right? I assume what I can see is what I can see.
Yeah.
All
Right now you see 2 goblin archers in front of the building and off to the left-hand side.
And they're
the
like,
goat.
they're definitely looking at me. Like they're not just like.
They
What
turned
was
around
that?
with you appearing. They kind of looked at you. They look poised. They haven't attacked or anything, but they look poised.
Okay. I want to just like slink my way across to try to get to the stairs so I can get down.
Okay. yeah, you can use your movement. Who's doing all the purple dots?
That's me.
Okay.
That's I did that so you could see the path. I
Oh,
wanted
the
to go.
path? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So-
I can't select my character.
Oh, I thought I gave you permission. Did I not?
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Boing boing.
How much? Oh, I guess it'll stop moving me, right? When I'm out of movement.
No, it doesn't know how much movement you have. You have... You have 30.
Okay, so that's basically what I can do. I don't want to attack yet, and I don't know what abilities I have other than I can teleport. I don't even know how I did it, so I'm just gonna
Build
chill.
yourself.
Yeah.
So accessing this energy, you kind of feel this little surge starting to try and understand who you are. And you have your character sheet in Discord.
Speaking of characters, it says I'm Ion.
Oh. Did I label the wrong one?
I don't have access to this page.
Oh yeah, I have access to Freya.
Freya. I said it wrong in the beginning. It's Freya, right?
Let me make sure I'm signed in.
Like
No, I am.
Freya.
This one should be...
Freya.
Oh yeah, I did mark
Yeah.
it wrong.
Practice that voice.
There we go. Now am I on?
So... yeah, we can't have body swapping going on.
And now I'm Freya.
Freya these nuts.
Were you able to access it, Jay?
My character sheet? No.
Oh,
Did you change something?
no, I thought that was going to be super easy. It's like, hey, your character's there. Let's go. And this is why we're doing it on a test one.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. Should be able to share. You.
Do the Skyrim twirl. Twirl.
Twirl, honey, twirl. Twirl, honey, twirl. Skyrim shuffle.
Skyrim shuffle.
My AC is 10. I'm gonna get murdered.
What do you mean your AC? Oh, that stuff's not. There's no information on these characters, by the way. Public. There we go. I guess I didn't have them set to public. It should be fine if you refresh it now, I think.
Oh, it's loading. There we go. I can see.
Alright, I gotta turn my torch on so I can see my girl.
So as you get a little bit over to the top here, just starting to rush down, you get this surge, and you still not a lot of your memory back, but you understand your powers and abilities, which you understand you did not have before this event with the boat.
Ooh, ooh. Okay, okay. Okay, I know what I did now. All right.
We're so hot, Luke.
I know, we should just start kissing, honestly.
Yeah. Has it been on us?
Wow, straight there, right? Straight there.
Ah, shit. Oh, I can't use my spell slots. What?
Oh,
Hold on, let me see if I...
does it
if I
just let
click
you view
this.
it and not edit it?
What's
Hold on.
what's with Colin and making a bunch of baddies?
No, I can't. I can't
Got
edit
good
anything.
taste.
Okay, we'll just make. I know how many spell slots you have, so
Yeah.
it'll be very easy to manage.
Okay. In that case, I will prep. Having that knowledge kind of flush over me, I just want to prep an Eldritch Blast just in case.
Okay.
So if they make any aggressive movements, then I'll release it. Otherwise, I'll just let it fizzle.
All right. Sounds good. All right.
Sounds like Jade the Warlock.
So with that, the Goblin Archers, having gotten their attention, looking a little bit dubious, they do pull their arrows out with their bows, and they start to back up a little bit to the sides, the outsides of the building. And as you look at the goblin on the left-hand side, you see him run backwards.
Or like hop backwards.
And
What a spry young man.
tries to hide with the coverage of this rock.
Don't tell me the goat's in it on it too.
Oh, the goat's in it. They're targetable, right? That chicken?
Don't
Targetable.
leave the chickens.
You played Zelda, you know what happens.
So they run off to the outsides, and Ion, you're up.
You say Ion's up?
Yep.
Oh, sweet. Can I pick my character up now? Sweet. All right. Ion is gonna run up here. So
I'm gonna watch that ass.
I don't know how far I can go. How do I twist myself around? There we go.
If you hold Alt and then move your character around, it'll spin your character.
How do I like measure something to see how far I'm going?
Hit M, and it'll give you the measuring tool in the bottom right, and just select the lined option.
Yep. Alright, so I've got like 10 more feet. Oh, good heavens. M, stick. Alright. There we go. I technically went 31 feet. I hope you don't sue me for that.
All right, well, let her fly.
Excellent. So she's up there. Can she's gonna try to will herself all the way over here and see if it works.
Okay. Yeah, you close your eyes, kind of trying to mimic what you've seen Kran just do. And as you do, boom.
Oh, goodness!
Purple smoke as you reappear, and it just this purple kind of surge. It almost looks like fire without heat, just quickly up and down as you apparate beside the chicken.
Right
You
by the
too,
chicken.
huh?
And in doing so, you feel this surge of energy and power come from within you, and you start to understand your talents and abilities.
Excellent. Ion is going to kneel over and pet the chicken, and that'll be it for her turn.
Action pet, love it.
Love it.
You reach over to stroke the chicken in the hopes that on the chicken's turn, it comes close enough for you to pet it.
Yeah.
All right. Rhea?
Ooh,
You're up.
Everyone's teleporting. I just feel like I should be trying to teleport. No, I will click my heels together and run for it.
Okay. So you have 30 feet of movement, so you can go 30 or 60 if dashing.
I think I will dash.
So as you start running, you almost feel your feet almost lift off the ground. As you end up, after the first 10 feet, you end up accidentally just lurching yourself and jumping into the air and covering a 30-foot distance with only using 10 feet as your boots propel you forwards.
Ooh. Neat. Okay. So that would basically 30 feet here. 10. So
You could land either on the rock or beside Cran.
can I be in front of Cran?
You could.
Then that's what I shall do.
And as you feel the magic,
sky.
Cran, as you're kind of like just poising yourself, holding whatever energy this is, ready to go, and just boop. You just see her appear right in front of you.
Oh, all right. Cool. we can all just plot places. All right.
And as you guys do so, here we go. All right. So, anything else for you, Freya? You've used your bonus action.
I'm gonna look back at Gran, smile, and say, "I guess we all have our talents."
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure mine out.
All right. Anything else for you, Freya?
Pull out my greatsword, or
All
my
right.
longsword.
Okay. Perfect. So as you pull it, it is a great sword. As you pull
is
out the
broad.
great sword, you can feel this as it kind of goes past you. As you go to lift it up, you can almost feel it pull the life out of you as you kind of lift it up forwards. And as you do, and you start to push it forwards, which looks like a pretty straight silver blade. It's nicely engraved, but as you start to push it forwards, you see this purple fire start to engulf the length of the entirety of the great sword. You feel this energy flowing through you. Are you in Discord if I send you your character sheet?
I am in Discord. You can send me that character sheet in Discord because I am there.
And so your D&D Beyond character sheets will have the picture of your people as the portraits, in case you need to see what they really look like and not just the ones that I had to grab in Tailspire. All right, perfect. So Cran, you're up.
So it's Tailspire making them baddies.
So I am gonna move.
Oh, great heavens.
What?
My chick's hot.
Yo, let's get to making out. We are so hot.
So I'm gonna make my way forward, but I will put away anything offensive. Like I'll put the staff on my back. I don't want to have any weapons out, and I'm just gonna approach with my hands up.
Okay.
Just so they don't shoot. Again, I will prep an Eldritch Blast, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna my hands will be up. But if they fire an arrow, then I'm just gonna be like
Okay. All right. Action is held. Anything else for you?
Nope.
All right. As you come up, Goblin Archer poised. And do you hear him? Does anybody speak Goblin?
Ion does.
All right. You hear? You're invaders! Invaders! Invaders are coming!
I do too.
I do too. All right.
What a
I
surprise!
feel like we're designed for this island.
That is so bizarre.
It's so wild.
So you all hear them yelling, or this one anyway, yelling, invaders, invaders, they're coming. And the one on the right starts to run off to the side, 30 feet away. And the one on the left takes a shot over towards, who is this? Ion, you're red.
Yeah.
There's a 13 hit.
It does not.
Arrow flies right over your shoulder. That is his turn.
Having him do that, I will release my Eldritch Blast.
Absolutely. Roll attack.
Where's my spell thingy? Spell attack plus 7. 14.
14 hits.
Hell yeah.
I'm starting to think he purposely did not put an alignment on this character.
I didn't fill out those character trait things. I didn't do that on purpose. All right.
All right, so that's going to be 7 plus 4, 11 damage.
7.
Now, how does it work? Because I assume I have my double blast, right?
You do have 2 blasts, yeah.
But so does it fire 2 blasts, or is it? Because I don't know how that works with a held action.
Yeah, I can fire 2 blasts.
All right, let me roll the second one. Second one definitely hits because I rolled a 17.
Perfect.
And that'll be 8 more damage.
Woo.
And I'm gonna. I was like, we're not here to invade. We just ended up here.
That was perfect goblin speak. You've been practicing. Nailed that goblin speak. All right, awesome. So as you let those go, you see the rogue who believes he is fully stealthed in the shadows starts to run over 30 feet. Well, bonus action dash. And take a swipe. As he brings up his daggers and goes to attack at you, you can see they almost turn into strange, almost rectangular kind of blocks. They go from like pointing these kind of rectangular things. You see these runes kind of almost light up as this goblin attacks you. 15?
Negatory.
Second attack with the other hand, 19.
That one will hit.
All right, you take... Ooh, dang. You take 18 bludgeoning damage and 5 psychic damage.
How much?
So a total of 23.
Okay, I can't adjust my life total 1 second.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. I thought you could...
That's fine. When you see this goblin hit Ion, you'll see like the dagger sticker, and she'll kind of let out a and she'll just disappear. And yeah, she's gonna disappear, and I don't know if it'll matter to the goblin, but she's gonna reappear somewhere else. Is that something you want me to wait to do?
If it's a reaction, you can do it now.
It's her Misty Escape.
Yeah, you can move her wherever you want. Where would you want to move her? And I'll move her for you.
I think I can move her. Oh no, not right now.
No, because
not
it's
my turn.
yeah.
I am going to move right here.
Over beside the goblin?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And she'll remain invisible.
Okay. And so we can keep track of your HP here. So what HP do you have left? That way we can just edit it on the character.
I'm at 28.
And what's your total normally?
51.
There you go. So it's on your character now. If you right click, you'll be able to edit your health.
I have disappeared, so I do not see myself.
I know. Bring you back when it's your turn.
Perfect.
All right. It is your turn.
Would this be a spooketed moment for this person? Would they know I'm here?
This is all happening pretty much in an instant, so I would say no. I would say you have a quick second to do whatever you need to do.
Well, it's just saying I remain invisible until the start of my next turn or until I attack. So I was seeing if my invisibility would give me some sort of advantage.
Nah, because it is the start of your next turn, so you would be uncovered. He hasn't necessarily seen you, but it wouldn't give you
All right.
advantage per se.
Well, she is going to go ahead and swing down on this thing
Okay.
with her sword. And it's a packed weapon, so can I, like, summon this thing? Or do I
Yeah.
just have this on my side?
What are we all the same?
So now that you've
No.
now that you've realized this energy flowing through you, you understand that you can call, recall, and dismiss this weapon at will.
Excellent. So basically, she's going to appear right behind this goblin, and she's going to drive her sword. She's basically going to grab his shoulder and drive her sword through this dude's back.
Perfect. Go ahead, roll for attack.
That is a 19 on the die, plus 7.
That definitely hits.
Excellent. Big hit right off rip. And then I'm assuming it's going to be a 1d8. I think 1d10 is if I'm two-handing it. So I need my d8. And that'll be 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
When you hit a creature with an attack roll using the sword, you can expend 1 charge to regain a number of hit points equal to the extra radiant damage dealt. How do I deal radiant damage?
When you hit something with a sword.
So I do 1d8 piercing and 1d8 radiant?
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah! So... Is it...
You only use, it has 3 charges. You only use the charge when you want to gain healing from the radiant damage. That's what the charges are for.
Okay. So I'll gain just 6 healing, I guess?
Yeah. Is that the radiant damage is 6?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. So then I dealt 13 damage in total.
All right.
And then I can gain 20 plus 6. It's like 30. I'm guessing right now. I'll double check that in a second. Okay. And I think it's saying I can only make 1 attack.
I think you can make 2 because it's your packed weapon.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then she will do it again.
Swing away.
10 on the die plus 7, so 17.
That hits.
Okay. And that will be 10 points of slashing.
How do you want to do this?
So like she came in, she like appears out of like this black mist, grabs the dude by the shoulder, jams her sword in through him, pulls the sword out, and then she's gonna come down right on top of him through his head, down the rest of him.
You guys see this almost in one fluid motion as she gets stabbed, and you hear this little slices him right into the ground. He's just standing there, just twitching as he slides down the blade and crumples onto the ground.
She'll pull the sword the rest of the way out, and she'll wipe it on her her arm for a second, be like, "What kind of greeting is this to this island?" And that'll be her sassy quip.
Perfect. Freya, you're up.
In that excitement, I'm gonna go for this one. What? And I will swing. You know what? I'm gonna use a red laser. I don't know what that means.
A red laser?
I don't know. It said under the attacks. It was like green laser, red laser.
It's
Look,
just,
see?
it's the
Laser.
animations, yeah.
Oh, cool. No, I'm gonna use my great sword to attack him.
Okay.
Not the green laser.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah. where's my? There's. Sorry, I was looking for my dice. 13 plus 7, so dirty 20.
Dirty 20 definitely hits.
Yeah. 1, 2, plus 4. Yeah, 1, 2, plus 4. So 9, 14. Sorry, 13.
13 damage.
Yes.
All right. I'm adding, just so you know, the health on the NPCs. I'm adding the damage, so you guys don't know how much is left. Just in case you like see the stream and be like, hey, he's got 13 health.
Oh, I don't have the stream up.
Yeah, I don't have the stream up.
I know Luke always does.
I don't
so.
either.
Good boys. No metagaming. I appreciate that.
I didn't pull it up this time.
But he normally does.
What I normally do.
Well, I normally have it up, but I have it like lurking. I don't, because I don't want to see anything I'm not supposed to see.
Yeah.
Sorry, does this... I can cast Hex as a bonus action, or no?
Yes.
I can
Keep
cast
in mind, you have
I
limited spell slots. You have 2.
You all have 2
Ew.
spell slots.
Oh, yeah.
And you all used one of them as a Misty Step.
Not me. They did.
That's true. You jump.
Don't I get a free Misty Step?
It's in your character sheet.
That was your Misty Escape, though. You used Misty
Yeah.
Step to get in front of, like, up past me, remember?
I thought we had like a free Misty Step.
You're not all exactly the same, by the way.
Yeah.
I was about to say,
I have a staff. I don't have a sword.
that's fair. You have a packed weapon, though, I bet, right?
That's my staff.
Ah, see? All right. As my bonus action...
You can attack twice.
Oh, I can attack twice?
Yeah, with your packed weapon, you can get 2 melee attacks.
I did not know that. So, yeah, swing bada bada bada. Oh, that's worse. That's a 9.
In total?
Yeah.
Okay, so that one misses.
Womp womp.
I also thoroughly enjoy that when the music ends, the goblins go.
Good stuff, right?
Yeah. That's my turn.
Okay. All right.
That's what's got me bouncing.
Perfect. You take your swings. It kind of like it gets caught in the first one, manages to kind of duck out of the way, putting up its strange daggery things to block the second one. In doing so, Kran, you are up.
So I just want to see, because you made me so OP for this map. I can literally shoot from one side of the island to the other.
Hey, it is what it is, man. I don't make the islands.
I thought you
It
did.
came like this, bro.
This is Goblin Island, bro.
And I will. Let me just look at this real quick again. See how this works.
First time a warlock, and I haven't even Eldritch Blast once yet.
Hey, let's write that down.
I have to. I feel it inside me.
I am going to cast Eldritch Blast against Scobby Boy up here.
All
I
right.
can't say this on stream, so I'm gonna type it in the chat real quick.
Blast away.
That'll be 18 to hit.
That hit.
Where did my D10 go? Oh, that's 5 damage on the first one.
Okay.
That is 14 to hit,
14 hits. Just hits.
and that is 13 damage on the second.
Nice. 13 total. Awesome. Well, what does this look like when you do your Eldritch Blasts?
So I kind of just like, again, still not fully aware of what is happening, but I'm kind of starting to piece it together. I kind of just look at my hand and I can see the kind of like the Archfey, right? So like the purplish smoke kind of like forming into my hand, and I just kind of like, and then 2 of them just like one after the other, just like right out of them hits.
Awesome. You guys see this on the corner of your eye as Kran just kind of dashes off to the side and just these two small missile almost things just fly into the darkness at the back, as you can't see around the corner of the building right now. Excellent.
And I'm actually gonna use the rest of my movement to try to get closer to him.
Okay.
So where I was like here, right? So
Yeah.
okay, I've used half my movement. So there we go. And that'll be my 10.
Perfect. All right. So after taking these two missiles right into his back, he turns. And you see him just fire randomly an arrow roughly towards your direction. And as he does so, after getting hit with the Eldritch Blast and quickly pulling, you see him trip, stumble, fall backwards, and accidentally shoot the chicken to the left as it keels over and dies as he gets knocked prone.
That poor chicken.
Yeah, he rolled a 1. And Freya, you hear these footsteps behind you as the person that nobody's asked her name yet runs up.
I don't need to ask her name. I can see it.
Yeah, well, that doesn't count. She used her action to dash up here, and she just kind of surveys the area as she stands poised. And then the goblin will turn and attack you, Freya. There's interesting looking weapons.
Bring it.
First attack is 14.
As I dodge.
Okay. That could have been a hit as well. They were. Second is a 10. So, yeah, he just lunges out with both of these things, and you just barely even moving, both going either side. Ion, you are up.
You say Ion's up, huh?
Yeah.
Ion is going to turn and see this attacking goblin that hit her a second ago, and you're gonna see her twirl her sword around a few times, and you're gonna see her slash her sword down twice, and out of that sword is going to come a very nice evocation cantrip that we all know and love, but for flavor it's going to come out of her sword, and she's going to Eldritch Blast this thing.
Love it.
Cool.
Did you take
First
your
roll
strain?
is a 15 on the die plus 7, so 22.
22. Let me just double check that. Yes, that's a hit.
Excellent. That will be 7 points of force damage for the first one.
Okay.
And then the second is a 3 on the die plus 7. Does a 10 hit?
Does a 10 hit? It does not.
Excellent. And then for her movement, she's going to start running over here. And then I got to measure. Oh. Do the thing. Do the thing. Oh, okay. Little much. And then you say to spin. Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. Oh, goodness. There we go. So you'll see her do her little sword thing, and then she'll run over to get towards the other goblin, and then that'll be it for her.
Okay. Did you... Yeah, you shot 2, right? Yeah. So yeah, you kind of spin it around now, getting more fluid with the sword. And as you kind of like thrust it forwards, this energy that was kind of coating the entirety of the blade almost peels off the back. And as soon as it's hit the top, it just... This crackling ball of purple energy just shoots out. The Eldritch Blast flies across the ground.
Excellent. And then that'll be it for Ion.
All right, Freya, you're up.
I'm gonna first twirl, then wiggle, and twirl, and then attack twice.
All right. Always
Oh
good
yeah.
with style.
Like he's hitting a
Surprise.
pinata.
I know.
Special. That helped. First one, I guess the first one's the nat 20, and then a 16 with +7. So 23 is 23.
Okay. So those both hit.
Perfect.
Yeah. So I don't know if you noticed the details of your greatsword, but when you do roll a 20, you also get to add an extra 10 necrotic damage.
Oh.
So give me all of the damage.
Okay, so for the first attack, 18 plus 10, so 18 plus 10 necrotic,
Okay.
and that one's not that bad. 7, 13, 12.
Okay. You also gain 10 temporary hit points. So it's
Yes, I
your
do.
69.
That's
there you
dope.
go. So what was the total damage again? Apologize for that.
18, 20, 30. 30 damage altogether. 10 of that is necrotic.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
I want to rend him in two, but so fast that I'm able to slice back and go horizontally and vertically.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. So in almost one fluid motion, as you kind of thrust the sword forwards, and the sword disappears for a second, and as you swing your hand up, it reappears in between its groin as you rush it up, and as it goes out its head, the sword disappears, turn to the side, reappear, and right through as he stands for but a second. And then the 4 pieces slump to the ground.
Nice.
Hot.
And,
Now, my movement. Oh, something's happening.
oh yeah, there's still... Oh, my bad. Yeah, I forgot there's still one alive.
Not for long.
Very excited. Very excited.
Where did he go again?
He's way at the back.
He
Oh, yeah.
is right here.
Well, you don't have to do that because I am going to. Oh, it's an action. Never mind. I will not do that. I'll just go. Oh, I have to measure first. Jesus.
We'll have really hot warlock kisses.
You guys are really
I feel
fixated
like-
on this warlock action.
You know, our characters are hot. If I could, I'll have to show you my character, Luke. 'cause
Yes, you
Yeah.
should. We can
I'm
warlock
I'm
scissor.
I'm the goth mommy I want in my life. Whoop.
All right.
There we go. That's my turn.
Awesome. Perfect. Okay, Cran, you're up.
So, after casting it, he kind of has like a better understanding of it now. Now he's gonna walk forward. So I'm gonna use my full movement to go to here. But as I'm walking, he's just gonna hold his hand out and just be like, and fire 2 off.
Awesome. All right.
Hot.
Roll 2 attacks at disadvantage because he's prone.
Oh, he fell over?
Yeah. He rolled a 1 on his shot, and he shot a chicken and fell over.
Okay. So
The
I rolled an
worst.
11 and an 18. So that's +7. I assume that hits.
Both hit. Well, yeah, sorry. That hits,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, that was 1. So, and then that's the 13. So dirty 20, and another 18. So that's enough.
Perfect. Yeah, go ahead, roll damage.
So 14 damage for the first one, and 13 damage for the second one.
Ooh. Okay. How do you want to do this?
Yeah, we
So like
all
I said,
got
he's
one.
just- He's just walking forward, and like the first one, I wanted to like he's trying to sit up, and then hits his head, and then he's like and he tries to sit up again, and it just like doesn't even take his head off, but takes like the front of his face off.
Oh. Yeah. As you're walking forward,
Semi-impactful.
yeah, as he's kind of trying to sit up, the first one kind of hits it, his head hitting against the rock. The second one, as it kind of just, this energy burns the front of his face and it peels back, and you can see the skull and the flesh burns against the rock, so his body stays fused there instead of slumping on the ground. And he is dead.
He kind of just like looks at his head. And he's like, I could get used to this.
All right, the battle is concluded. What do you guys want to do?
Loot the bodies. Whoa.
Playing with elevation, I'm coming back down.
So as you guys start rummage, you're gonna rummage through the corpses.
Not me. I'm gonna head in.
Less about loot, more so just trying to find information.
Yeah,
See
for
if
sure.
there's anything I can find.
Okay. So Cran, you head up and start looking at the face fused body, and it looks pretty primitive. You can see this bow is made from the trees that are here on this island. The arrows, again, quite primitive. Nothing on his garb indicates anything other than the primitive goblin.
Okay. I will then make my way to the house.
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
If there's anything I've learned from playing Sea of Thieves, I'm gonna go check the outside of the island for treasure chests.
So
gonna-
the map's only for combat, so don't focus too much on the details of the map.
Well, I
So,
can't help it.
So we should ignore this house, is what we're hearing.
Oh no, you heard that in your description of the top area.
Okay. I will climb through.
Are we able to turn the battle music off then?
Why?
Sure.
Well, we're out of combat.
But I like the.
It's distracting. I was gonna get in character, but I can't now. You know.
Yeah, I get you. I get you, man. I got you covered. All right. So, you're trying to crawl in the back for you? Trying to get over the spikes and everything? Go in the back area? Is that what you said?
To whom?
I think Freya said she was going to try and go in the back. That's Tim. Tim, you're Freya.
Sorry. Yeah, I was going to the back.
All right, so you're heading around towards the back. Cram was kind of searching the bodies there. And Ion, are you going around the edge looking for chests in the water?
No. She's gonna kind of play with her sword for a minute, and she's gonna shoot the Eldritch blasts out of it, like kind of seeing this power that she didn't have before, but it seems so natural.
Okay.
And then she's gonna, once she's kind of get accustomed to it, she's gonna make her way to whomever was steering the boat
Okay.
and start talking to her whenever, if we want to come back to that.
Yeah, so as you guys were kind of doing your thing, the lady that was steering the boat just kind of followed you guys up, although holding back a little bit during the battle. Kind of comes up to the central area, just kind of taking a bead of the area. You can kind of meet her halfway there if you wish. She's kind of looking around. As you come up to her, she kind of speaks to you like, "So it appears you have some abilities, yes?"
I guess so. Are there any newfound abilities you've acquired since falling asleep on a boat?
I don't think so. And she looks down, and you can see her kind of looking at her hands, kind of moving them open and closed, looking at her clothes. I don't really have anything going on with me. Is your memories back? Do you understand what we're doing here?
Not yet. Hopefully they'll find some information in that structure over there, but I figured I'd check in with you. Do you think that you just sail about on the sea for a living and we just maybe hired you to get to Luxor?
It's a possibility. I'm definitely very fluent in the use of the boat. And I don't know. It didn't look like it was carrying lots of cargo or anything. It looked like regular provisions for a trip. So perhaps I'm some sort of person who transports people. It's possible. However, I mean, getting boats from any island to Luxor. That's, as we know, pretty much impossible.
Well, it must not be if that was what we were set out to do. Do me a favor, though. Why don't you, see if you can move about in a different way? You saw that, man over there just disappear and reappear, and I was able to. See if you can. Maybe you did gain something special.
The logic is sound. Okay. I'll give it a try. And you see her pointing over towards the rock, the left, over by kind of like this old ruin stuffed up well that's there. And you see her kind of like point out the way she's seen some of you do towards the rock, and kind of, and she doesn't move. She's just stands right there with her hand. Looks like no abilities here, I don't think. What about you, Cran? Do you remember anything further?
No. I don't really. No, I just my notes that I had, and that's it. And now I have cool abilities.
Do either of you remember anything from when you were sleeping?
Do either of us remember anything from when we were sleeping?
Nope.
Nope.
I don't right now, but who knows what'll happen if we fall asleep again? Maybe we'll have more powers, or we'll lose them, or something.
Interesting. As this conversation's happening, Freya, as you get to the back of the building, you find that the back is almost like cordoned off. There's these huge big wooden spikes that's kind of tailored in such a way to kind of protect the back area. There's a huge rock and this kind of wooden wheel thing that's kind of right in the middle at the back. Looks like it's going to be salvaged from something just to kind of create this whole semicircle. So you can see what looks like a back door from where you are, but you would have to get through this kind of barricade, if you will, to try and get to it if you wanted to.
I will. Okay, now does disguise self change your sizes anyway?
No.
Then I will crawl on my hands and knees all over this barricade to get over it.
Try and get
Or
under it or
under
over it? Okay. All right, so roll an investigation. See if you can find an area that is small enough for you to fit.
Just to clarify, you can become a foot shorter or taller with disguise self, but you can't become like a rat, which is what I think he was trying to do.
No, I was thinking gnome.
Like half. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Halfling, things shorter than me. So I got 14 plus blamba blam. Hold on. I had it open. Oh my god, I closed it again.
Oh, Black Betty.
Sorry,
You have a +2 to investigation.
I have +2 to investigation, so that's 16.
Okay. Crunching around, you do see a gap you think you can get through, but it has these, it almost looks like spiked vines wrapped around these spikes. So you think you could get through, but it might be a little tricky.
I assume there's no entrance on the front, right?
You don't see any entrance on the front. No, it looks like there's just roll a perception. Just to see exactly what you see.
Perception 11.
11. Yeah, you don't see any doors on the front at all. You just see kind of 2 windows, which you can kind of peek in. You don't see any doors. You just see that. You do see the roof looks like it has a second, like a level maybe up there. It kind of like goes straight, then up, then straight again, but you can't quite see the top.
Now I'm gonna yell around like, "Hey, you see any ways in?"
There's a back door back. No.
Bastos came back.
Yeah.
So, just hearing her yell that, I am going to cast Fly on myself and fly over and land.
Okay. All right, you all see. You all see Cran all of a sudden kind of move his hands towards the ground as you see this purple puff almost come poof, as he starts to gain the ability of flight. You hold control, move it around their height. As he flies over the top of the building. And lands safely behind the barricade. And Ion, the person you're with, can you fly as well? Is that something you can all do now?
Let me think about it. And Ion is going to grab her cloak, and she's gonna kind of toss it like off a little bit, like not obviously like remove it, but she's gonna like float up in the air. And when she does, she's gonna disappear again. And standing in a puff of smoke, you're gonna see a bat flying.
Okay.
And she's gonna flutter away.
As soon as you do this, you just see the person you're with kind of jump back for just a second, startled, but then kind of relaxes as you bat yourself up into the air.
Hey, I see what you did there. Man, I'm already cooler than Mastos.
Somebody's not getting a giant eagle ride.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, you you turn into a bat form.
She'll float around for a minute, and then she'll just kind of poof back to normal.
Okay.
And yeah, I guess I can.
Well, that's pretty amazing. Is there anything else that is going on that we could make use of? Flying, teleporting.
I don't know. I guess I'll have to play around with it. I don't know if I can do anything else right now. I don't want to get hit again, and getting hit, I was able to move away really fast. So, teleporting, flying. Next, we just got to figure out where we're at, and hopefully someone has an ability to do that.
All right. Well, let's hope the others are having some luck.
By the way, what's your name?
Oh, sorry. Did I not introduce myself? My apologies. My name's Orlean.
Orlean.
Yes.
Nice to make your acquaintance. I'm Ion again, and let's go check on everybody else.
Yes. Best to stick together, I think.
Agreed.
You start
And
walking
then,
around.
yeah, she's just gonna leap all the way over.
All right.
She's
And
crazy.
while the conversation's happening, so Kran and Freya, you guys are kind of at the back area. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I wanna go in the house.
I want to climb over this barricade with athletics.
Okay.
I'm gonna attempt.
Are you going to try and crawl through that gap you found, or are you going to try and crawl over the barbed barracks?
Oh, you said barbed, right?
Yeah, it's like
no.
looks like vines with like the little thorns on it, like a natural barb.
Well, I'm gonna cut it with my sword.
Whoa.
You can take some time to cut through it if you want, for sure.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So roll an attack. How high you roll this attack will determine how long it takes you to get it through.
How high I roll, so I rolled a 13.
Okay, so plus your 6, so 20. Okay. All right, so just take a couple of minutes. So you start hacking away. Kran, you go to the door, and as you pull it, you realize it's locked.
Boom. I made it out.
Okay. Can I try to like force the door open? I don't know. Hold on, let me check. I
Whatever
don't
you
know if
wanna
I
do.
have thieves' tools or anything. Inventory. I do have thieves' tools, so I'm gonna pick the lock.
Mhm.
And this whole time, I haven't actually landed. I'm just levitating. Okay.
Love it. Love it. Why not?
Yeah, so he's gonna levitate and try to pick lock.
Dang,
All
how'd you
right.
make yourself levitate?
You can turn flying on as an effect.
He cast fly, which lasts 10 minutes. So
That's dope. Oh, I can see underground. Let's go.
no, don't be doing that.
Sorry. I mean, I can't see underground. That's crazy that I think that.
I liked it better the other night when this dice kept landing on 20s, but I'm good with it landing on 18s.
Yeah, that's not bad.
How do I know if I'm proficient in something? It's on my features and traits, I think, or
It would-
extras.
It would.
It's marked on your abilities.
Yeah, it'd be under tools, right? Under proficient. Yeah. So
Yeah.
then, do I just add dexterity, or do I not add anything to the roll?
I think it's just dexterity.
Okay, so then that's a dirty 20.
30-20. Awesome. Take out your lockpick, and as you go to place it in, you feel this familiar. You kind of turn, and you find it a lot easier than you were expecting. You hear the tumblers click, and you know it to be unlocked.
All right. I want to check for traps before I open the door.
Okay, roll investigation. Ion, how did you get in there?
I got out. I just honestly was jumping up on there and it felt like I fell through.
Okay. So do you want to be there? Because you could have flown in as a bat.
Can I fly? Like, can I don't know how the spell works. Like, am I able to turn back into a bat? Because I'm assuming if I untransform, I basically wasted my spell.
Yeah, it is one charge. So yeah, you're on the outside with your newfound friend.
I rolled 13 for investigation.
I'm cool. I'm cool with it. You know, I'm just testing my
13?
powers. So
Yeah, you're pretty sure, Cran, that it is not trapped.
All right, I'm gonna open the door.
All right. As you put your hand on the ring and start to pull on it, Freya, you pop yourself out to the other side after busting through. Make a hole for everyone. As you look inside, Cran, it's dark in there. Roll investigation. I mean, perception.
Fireball.
9.
9. Super dark in there. Looks like there's a hole in the ground.
There's a hole or something in the ground.
I'll walk in behind Cran. And just as I did on the boat, I will slightly move him aside.
Okay.
It's a lot easier now because I'm levitating, so it kind of just like.
Like it's like a gliding shell.
That's just because I'm levitating. I just look and smirk as I just like slide over.
All right. So are you going in? Yeah. Or are
Yeah.
you just looking?
I'd like to look in to see this hole. I have
Sure.
vision. So.
All right.
Aha!
Roll a perception.
That is a. Where is it down on the list? Oh, I guess that's just a 12.
Okay. It looks pretty dark in there. But you can see a hole to the right with some ladders leading down.
You're right. There is a hole. We should see where it leads. And I'm gonna walk forward into the house.
Is anybody hurt, or are we good to move forwards? Want to make sure we're fully prepared. I don't know how everybody's feeling.
I took a bit of a hit, but I don't foresee it being too much of a problem.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
fine,
but-
honestly.
Perhaps I should maybe go first.
Okay.
And the older half-elf woman scurries between you all. I found myself in
like-
real life squiggling there doing this.
Are there like any torches or anything nearby?
You can roll investigation if you want to look around.
10.
So you know you have one in your pack.
Oh, nice. She'll, Ion will pull it out and kind of, stick her hand, like, on the edge of the torch, and she'll, like, lift up, and as she does, a flame will appear.
Okay, perfect. Light. Yes, that might help.
Does anybody else need some?
I can see just fine.
I think Kran needs some help.
I'm okay for now.
Very well. Perhaps you should all stay here while I check below.
You're gonna go alone?
Well, unless anybody is quite sneaky, we should definitely be careful.
Oh, I am extremely sneaky. I feel a little extra sneaky, honestly, with this little cape of mine. She kind of like flutters at it for a second.
Okay, very well. Ladies first.
I walk forward.
She will then take her torch and she will, like hover her hand over the fire and then push back down on it, and the fire will go out.
Okay.
And then she'll put it in her pocket for a second, and she'll be like, "Okay," and she'll walk in first.
Okay. As you walk in, it's a sort of dirt rock floor. You see some arrows kind of piled in the corner. You see an old rusty dagger there as well, and a ladder in a square hole just leading straight down.
She'll kind of look down the hole for a second. "If you'd like to stay up here, I totally get it. I'll be back." And she'll make her way down the ladder, being as stealthy as she can.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
How stealthy can you be walking down a ladder like?
Well, I get advantage on stealth checks. Because I'm natural 20. Natural 20.
Nice.
Nice.
I'll roll again in case I get another one.
So
In case I get another one.
Tim,
that
just to answer your question, having played Grounders with someone and been on like a gym set, and I was on the ladder and they were on the other side of the ladder, and I managed to not get caught, you can be pretty fucking stealthy on a ladder.
fair.
All right. So you believe as you move down the ladders that you're moving very quietly.
Perfect. So yeah, she'll make her way down the ladder, and once she gets down there, she's gonna try to take in what she sees.
All right. Roll a perception as you get to the ground floor of this thing.
I'm rolling a lot of 10s. 14.
Okay. So as you kind of slowly get down, looking over your shoulder, I'm trying to use the darkness in case anything is creeping up on you. You see at the bottom of the ladder, it ends up in a sort of hallway, but carved out of the rock that's here. You see lots of just mush and leaves just scattered throughout the floor, just kind of mud and rock. You see straight ahead, this path continues straight north. You can see a torchlight at the very end of the hall, and it looks like it's a turn around to the left, maybe at the end, and maybe a turn to the right, but you can't quite see that far without going down the hallway.
She'll, trying to remain in the darkness, will try to sneak up a little more to see if she can see anybody, any movement, or anything like that.
Okay. So just sneak yourself up a little bit further. What is everybody else doing?
Waiting for her to come back and report.
Okay.
Fair.
Are you doing anything special?
I am creating fun little animals in my hand with prestidigitation.
Okay. That's fair. Like out of pieces of wood? Like maybe carving it in there?
No,
or just
I'm creating illusionary images.
okay.
Can fit in the palm of my hand. And they last until the end of my next turn.
Okay. So every 6 seconds, a new animal.
That's right.
So, Ion, as you kind of slowly shift forwards, making sure to avoid the drier leaves, so there's no cracking going on. You get to kind of the end of this straight ahead tunnel, and you can tell it turns to your left. And you can see now where you thought might have been a turn to the right, where it's kind of the end of this cavern, kind of loops around a little bit in a dead end. Over there is a torchlight there. It seems to be illuminating some random shields and boards and arrows. There's some daggers stuck in the wall. This might be some sort of practice area or a dumping area for some stuff that these goblins were using.
As she gets near the light, she'll kind of hold her hand up and she'll just like flick her hand down and the light will just snuff out.
Okay.
Then she'll just continue making her way.
All right. So you can head towards where the light was, or you can turn left around the corner.
Left. She's just making sure it's clear for everyone to come down.
All right. So as you take a peek to the left, you can see that another thin corridor continues straight forwards. And you see a large barrel on the corner, and then you can see that this opens out into a small cavern if you were to go to the end of this.
She's gonna try to get to like the opening to see if she can see inside of it, but if she thinks at any point like I'm too visible, she'll probably back off.
Okay, so as you kind of hug the wall, roll one more stealth check for me.
With advantage, might I? All right. The first roll was a natural 1, but due to my advantage, it is now a 15.
Okay. And roll a perception as you creep towards the edge of the wall in the barrel.
Natural 20, so that'll be a 20. Oh, no, just a 20. I was reading persuasion last time I did a +4.
Okay.
So
Fair.
I don't have a plus on it, but natural 20.
All right. So as you get to the edge of this barrel and you stop suddenly, as you can see in the center of this small cavern, seems to be a large metal cylinder sitting on a fire, some sort of large cauldron or something. And you see 3 goblins looking towards this cauldron. Don't seem to have noticed you just yet. And you can see at the other end of the cavern, there is an exit leading out to another stone hallway.
She will take that information and she will begin to head backwards to the group.
All right. One more stealth check as you try to exit silently.
Yeah. Uh, 12.
Okay. So trying to kind of backtrack on the steps you made on the way in, you hear a few of those dry leaves that we're trying to avoid on the way, and you kind of wince a little bit and hope it was enough. As you kind of stop for a second, you don't hear anything following you. And you head up the ladders.
She'll climb up to the top of the ladders. The main area is pretty well clear, but there was an opening that had 3 more goblins in it and a large fire and cauldron. They're cooking something, I presume, but if we're gonna make our way through here, there will be a bit of a fight on our hands up ahead, but we took out those other 3 just fine. I don't think we'll have any issues.
So I was gonna say they weren't really much of a challenge. I don't think this is a problem.
Well, hopefully we don't run into anything bigger down there.
My blade hungers for something more.
Ah, yes, the words of a sociopath. And then she'll start making her way back down.
Okay. Okay. Let's try to stick together, everyone.
Of course. And then she'll get all the way down there and she will light her torch and just kind of hold it as the people come down.
How far
Okay.
down is it?
About, I want to say 30 feet-ish.
Oh, okay, never mind. I will go down the ladder. I wanted to be cool and jump down the hole, but not 30 feet. No.
Aren't you still flying?
Oh yeah, I will just float down the hole. Thank you,
runs
Tim.
out of runs out of time.
just like
Just halfway. Even halfway though, I'd be fine with that. It's only 1d6.
I'm just trying to move you guys in there. Hold on.
yeah, move us all in there.
Okay, yeah, I can just do it this
Do
way
it.
instead.
Pick me up. Upsies, upsies.
Not that you
Oh my
guys need to
God,
see
dude.
down here yet. It's only for combat.
Well, I'm not even at my computer. I'm making potato wedges. So.
Okay, perfect.
I made French toast sticks.
So, everybody, are you guys just going down, stealthily down? What's the plan?
I don't imagine I would make any noise if I'm just hovering down. So
That's pretty fair, I would say.
like I'm not like trying to be overtly stealthy, but like I'm not also not being like, hey, look at me.
Yeah.
I'm in a chain shirt. I'm being as stealthy as I can be.
Ion is probably going to do her best to keep it stealthy.
All right, awesome. So you all get to the bottom. You all see now what I described. The stone passageway, leaves kind of scattered on the ground. No light at the end of the tunnel because she extinguished it and didn't extinguish it and relight it.
Correct.
So pretty dark down here.
She did relight hers though.
Ah, okay. So you have a light guiding your way.
There we are. I see us. Okay, now I got us. It's like deep in terrain. Okay, there we go.
Perhaps we should be quiet.
Yes. Stay behind me. I'll lead the way.
I think you're right.
And then Ion will kind of move, not like she's not going to be rushing by any means, but she's going to be moving a little quicker with her familiarity, and she's going to kind of remember all the steps she took on the way through and is going to get out to that opening kind of on the right where she extinguished the flame.
Okay. Yeah.
And when she gets over there, she'll make sure she's going to see if no one's there, and if it's clear, she's going to relight the flame so they can see.
Okay.
How did you get down?
You lower the level of terrain you're in.
Just double click on your character on the left. They'll take you right to it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I figured it out.
So you guys see Ion is kind of slowly moving forwards towards a torch at the end. As you go forwards, you can see nothing else has seemed to come into this area. It looks like from when you last left at Ion.
Perfect.
I'm gonna whip out my torch
Whip it.
and light it just by gently touching the top.
Just gently touching the tip.
The tip.
You know, he did so well doing it cleanly. Did you really have to pull him back into the gutter?
Yes. I'm not allowed to let him out.
Oh,
It's where I
God.
belong.
All right.
Makes me feel at home.
So are you guys doing all this just willy-nilly, quietly, quickly? What's the plan?
Stealthily.
How much time has passed? Because like, as long as I'm hovering, I'm basically quiet. So
I'm doing it investigatorily.
It would be getting close to the 10 minutes between Ion doing the little investigation down here and stuff. Getting close. Say you have like a minute left.
all right.
And you're doing it quietly. Okay, so anybody who's trying to be quiet, roll stealth.
So I'm not gonna roll a stealth because having that these are new powers, I won't know that fly is gonna run out, and I intend to fully just like onto the floor.
And me, I would like not to pretend like I'm being stealthy. No, not try to be stealthy. I would like to pretend to try to be stealthy. Can I use performance instead?
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Okay, so roll a performance check.
Nat 20.
One. Oh,
No,
plus one.
go.
yeah, but I had +4 instead of a +1.
Oh my gosh. So you all, what does this look like? Explain this to us, Freya.
Freya is. Don't be suspicious. Coming in behind.
Why are you saying that to yourself?
I don't want to be suspicious.
So just don't be. When you're saying it, it makes it more suspicious.
So don't be suspicious?
Correct. Just, and I nudge her. Go. And then my spell, and then I land on a bunch of leaves.
I look at him and go, don't be suspicious.
As you land on the leaves, you hear, as you all understand, Goblin. There's someone here! There's someone here! Get him! Get him!
And
like,
and
hold on.
Goblin, can I yell back? Everything's fine. We just were checking on dinner.
Yes, you can. Roll a performance.
All right. I rolled a 19.
Nice.
So 23.
Where's Grog? He was getting dinner.
I'm right here.
What's wrong with your voice, Grog? Sound weird.
The dinner bit me.
What'd you get? More fish? Was it a fish? Better be something else.
It was a boar.
What? How's the boar on this island? That's
I don't
crazy.
know. Do you want it or not?
You're a liar. And you start to see a goblin start to make his way out with the sword in
I'm
his
going to
hand.
disguise self and make myself look like one of the goblins. You know, go with a foot shorter. Obviously, I'm still going to look bigger, but
Okay.
Hold on. I am going to wait till he gets within.
and to be clear, sorry, that was with the Mask of Many Faces because I don't have any spell slots left.
Yeah, no, I figured it. Yeah.
Hold on. 10 is. Yeah, so I'm going to wait till he gets in 10.
Mhm.
No, I'm just going to walk up and use. Oh, I had it right there. I just want to use my Fey Presence and make him make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so you're gonna hold that until he's within 10 feet of you?
Yeah.
Okay. So somebody right click. There we go. All right, so yeah, you can see the corner. Is that how you guys were all standing? Because I know you're
Yeah,
just moving your
we're-
people around. I just want to know exactly where everybody was when this
No,
went down.
I was standing with Kron right here.
I'll say Ion is where she wants to be.
Okay. So as soon as the goblin comes around the corner, he immediately stops, his eyes wide, as he sees Ion standing there and sees Freya at the corner. And you hear footsteps running.
I yell, I told you I brought dinner!
Everybody roll initiative.
We can only get so far.
What is my initiative bonus? It is definitely not Darius's. Fuck.
15.
16.
13.
Deece.
Okay. So 15, 16. So, sorry, 15, 16,
13.
13. Okay. Sign. These guys. And finally, Bilk. All right. So Cran, you're up 16, right?
Yeah. So he's gonna walk forward. Hold on. It's very tight space in here.
Oh, allow me.
Why yelling? Why running? I brought dinner.
Roll a deception check.
I want my normal character sheets on here. I have to keep switching pages. 15.
Okay. Okay. Anything else for you?
I will hold. Actually, are there any other goblins other than this one in front of me?
Not that you can see, no.
Okay, I'm gonna hold my action
Okay.
for. It's if he attacks me, but I need to be able to see another one. So, like, if I can see another one and he attacks, then I will unleash Fey Presence.
Okay. All right, that's fair. That's the stipulation. If you see another one and he attacks, those two things happen, you'll trigger your.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
that's fair.
if I don't see another one and he attacks, I'm not going to unleash it.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so, Grant, that's your turn?
Yes.
All right. So let's take a break and we'll come back with the Goblin Warrior's turn. Back in 8 minutes.
8 minutes. chair. Wallow.
All right. Welcome back. While Freya's sitting in a chair wallowing. So, as our group coming off the boat, refining a little bit of their knowledge of their abilities and their skills, delve deeper into this goblin island, see what's underneath. They were stealthily moving through, uncovering a few more goblins trying to pass themselves off as bringing dinner in. Not quite sure if that has worked, but let's find out. Goblin Warrior's turn. As charges towards... So, Crown, you see this goblin start running towards you. And run right past you. And take a swing at Freya.
Hold on, my Frey presence kicks in.
Right, you had that held. That's a fair point at 10 feet, so about there.
Yeah. So
Wisdom saving throw, right?
wisdom saving throw, DC 15, and I choose for him to be charm.
He's a 3 with a -1. That was 2. All right,
Yeah,
so you
he's charmed until the end of my next turn. Or, yeah, until the end of your next turn.
okay? He is currently charmed.
Which is literally next. That sucks.
Not literally next. There's 2 others.
One other.
Or one other. Yeah, one other. Well, me. I meant me. I get my turn still.
No, that is your next turn. So your next
You could
turn.
die
Is...
by the end of that turn, though, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's fair. Uh-oh.
So he just counts you as a friend, right? That's all it is. He won't attack you.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, he fails as he charges over, as if he's about to attack you, and then you just kind of see him shake his head a little bit, right, and turns to attack Ion instead.
Fair.
So as you see this warrior running up, looks like the sword he has is a little bit bigger than the ones that were being used outside. As he takes a swing at you, does a 23 hit?
Yep.
Fuck battle music. Fucking pumps.
And as this sword connects with you for 5 damage, you feel this dark energy also radiate from the blade as it hits your skin for an extra 4 necrotic damage, so a total of 9.
Great.
Goblin cackling away. And then 20. You see another goblin come running up and go to attack Kren, in which case his held a presence will go off as he can see another goblin and getting attacked.
Yep. So he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
And the other one.
Yeah, both of them do.
So the first one rolled a 3 minus a 1, which is a 2, and then a 2 minus a 1, which is a 1. Holy fuck.
Ah,
Like, what?
some hard rolls.
Oh my god. So yeah, he runs
Alright.
up and he's like, ah! That's what he's saying.
They're both frightened.
Oh, they're frightened, not charmed. Okay. So he
Yeah.
can only move away.
Yeah, I was gonna charm them, but then after I realized that they could just turn and attack my allies, I'm like, I'm gonna make them
Yeah.
scared instead.
That's fair. So then he will use his action to dash and run away. Back to where he was. Great turn, boy. Great turn. Yeah, and in this one, so okay, so he can't go towards you. He's friendly. Okay, got it. All right, Frey, you're up.
Okay, so I'm going to. Why isn't there? She goes.
If you hold
There we
Alt,
go.
you can spin her whatever direction you want to.
I was, but it wasn't
Oh.
like grabbing her. I don't know where the hand disappeared to. I'm going to raise my sweet, sweet great sword and go for this goblin that dares attack the luscious Ion.
Bless.
All right, swing away.
So that's a dirty 20. And
Nice.
the damage. Oh yeah, sorry. The damage on that. Oh, that's not good damage. 9.
9 damage.
9
Okay.
damage on the first hit,
Gotcha.
and for the second hit, 25.
25 hits. Yeah. Cool.
Ooh, that's better. 14 damage on that second hit.
14. Nice. Total of 23. Nice. Just lunge your sword right into him twice. He just yells like, "Ah! Ah!" You see the blood starting to gush out of his rib cage. Anything else for you?
I guess those are all actions. So I am going to do nothing next.
Okay. That's fair. Okay. Arlene is up. So if all three of you could roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
Uh-oh.
All, like, including Ion?
Yes.
I got 16.
Okay.
I got 15.
21.
Okay. You all feel this wave come over you, almost like as if you did get hit by a physical wave. You're on the beach and it just like smacks you in the face. You feel this impact of energy, all three of you. But as it washes over you, you kind of wait for something to follow up or something to hurt you or something, but it just seems to wash off you and go nowhere. Very strange feeling.
That was weird.
This happens. Watching each other, you see each other's eyes flash purple for just a second. Seeing this, Orlean immediately yells out, "No! No!" And you see her stamp her foot down as she charges forwards. And immediately she pulls out both of her swords and lunges forward towards this goblin.
You all right?
22 to hit, that'll hit. 18.
Oh, this goblin's dead. And technically he was frightened, so he's just scared in the corner there.
Yeah, right. So 22. 45. Okay. So as she charges forwards, and you see this look of that's the kind of grimace on her face as her eyes are almost bloodshot as she runs forward, and just in a blinding fury, you see just whip her two swords around, slicing this goblin down to the ground as she just is panting, heavy breathing as he hits the ground, dead. As this happens, you guys hear. Do you hear or do you not?
You guys hear?
Cram, you see just at the edge of the barrel, coming around the corner, is a smaller looking goblin. You can't see what he's doing, but he kind of moves his hands, and you see something come flying towards you.
What is it?
The 25, I'm assuming hits.
Just hits.
Just. 3+. So 17 damage
Jesus.
as this small black dagger comes flying towards, hits you right in the shoulder. Ah! As it sinks in, you feel this kind of black energy radiate through your shoulder.
Damn, that didn't feel good.
And he scurries back behind the barrel.
Yeah, you run. I'm coming for you.
This was the wrong guy. Ah! That's all they can seem to squeeze out when they're fighting. All right. Ion, you are up.
So the one goblin is dead in front of us, right?
Yeah. He's on the ground, all blood everywhere.
Orlean kind of comes up in that rage for a second, and she'll kind of look to her and be like, "Are you okay?"
I just didn't want you to get hurt.
Appreciated, but get ready to back me. And she is going to basically run straight through here. But as like she gets past or to Cran, she's kind of gonna show off her flexibility, and she's gonna like almost jump over him, but like kind of hug the wall as she maneuvers past him.
Okay.
And she's gonna jump up on this here barrel,
Mm-hmm.
and she's gonna be looking down over top of him, and her sword's gonna appear, and she's gonna slash it twice, but it's gonna be the Eldritch Blasts coming out of it.
Okay. Roll an acrobatics.
Perfect. That is an 18 on the die. I don't know if I get any buffs. No buffs, just a straight 18 roll.
All right. So, Cran, you just feel this little brush to your right-hand side as you see Ion kind of like start to run a little bit and kind of get a few feet up on the wall as she lands and jumps up and does a 360 twirl. And as she lands, you see her sword start to come down and roll for attack.
All right. Let me see these, because she's gonna see the two daggered one, and she's probably gonna target that one.
Okay. Yep.
The first roll is an 18 to hit, 11 on the die plus 7.
18. Does that hit him? It sure does.
Excellent. And that will be 9, 10, 11, 12 points of force damage.
Nice.
Crit on the second one, baby. 27 to hit.
Ooh,
Money, baby.
definitely hits.
And then that will be, so I get a full roll, so that'll be 19 force damage.
Ooh. Yes.
And do I just have Agonizing Blast? Yeah, just
Yeah.
Agonizing Blast. Okay.
So 31 total damage.
Yep.
Cran, you see as she does come down, you just see these two Eldritch Blasts almost simultaneously come out of the blade and almost comes out in two different, looks like it's going two different directions, and then just weaves back in and slams right into the back of the tiny goblin behind the barrel as he almost loses consciousness right from that attack. He looks
that was
severely wounded.
Perfect. And then as a bonus action, she is going to not do anything. She's just going to run backwards. Would she be in melee range?
No, using your Eldritch Blast at range, you would not be within 5 feet.
All right, and then she's going to jump down off the barrel.
Okay.
And kind of step back a little bit to make room for whoever else is about to come through here.
Okay, sounds good. All right,
And that'll be
Cran, you're up, sir.
All right. I'm going to take some stepsies forwards. Nope, not up there.
Mm.
All right. Oh, I cannot see anything. Okay, so they're both right here?
Double click on yourself if you kind of get stuck or lost. It should.
No, I know. I just like, I'm trying to see. So both the goblins are right by me, right?
Yeah, then the other side of the barrel.
All right, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go up on this barrel,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna hold my hand, like both my hands out, and I'm gonna fire one Eldritch Blast at each of them.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, go for the 2 daggered one first.
So that'll be. It's a +7, right? So that's like infinity. I got 16 on the dice.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, let me roll. 8 + 4, so 12 damage.
Okay. Oh.
Ooh. Nat 20, baby.
Nice.
So the
What
you
we got on that one?
so what damage was on the second one?
Second one will be 10 + 6 + 4, so 20 damage.
Nice. Yeah, so in one swift motion, your staff, you kind of hook it into the slide buckles on your back as your hands come around and both slam down right in the back of the head of each of these goblins. The one with the 2 daggers almost completely obliterated. You can see the skin all burnt away from the back of the flesh. You can see the back ribs and the collarbone all sticking out, exposed as the flesh all burnt away. As the one with the sword tries to deflect it with the sword, the energy just pierces right through it into his chest. Anything else for you?
Oh, I'm just gonna stand up here.
Okay. Just cross your hand. Job's done.
Mm.
All right.
Just like looking down on them.
All right. So that being said, the goblin with the larger sword turning around, trying to swing up towards you.
It's over, Goblikin.
19 to hit.
The hedge.
Which is 12 damage.
Okay. Can I edit my hit points? I cannot.
Yeah, you could do it on your icon.
On your icon, yeah.
Click on my character in the game.
Yeah, just your token in the game. You can. There's an HP spot. You can just keep track.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Okay, so I'm at. Yeah, I'm good.
all right, and that is the Goblin Warrior's turn. Freya, you're up.
I am going to click my heels
Okay.
and do some zoomies. Jump over here.
Yeah.
And whoop, whoop. I will that was the bonus action, right?
It's not even an action or bonus action. It's just something you can use.
Yeah, no, yeah, on each, yeah, it's just do it. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. Then I will go for an attack with my greatsword.
Okay.
On the one that's double daggered standing in front of me.
Swing away, my friend.
The double daggers is dead.
No, he's not.
I thought you said I incinerated him and melted all his skin off.
Yeah, but he's not dead.
Oh,
He is hurting real bad.
Okay, real bad. Okay, well, does a 21 hit?
A 21, it does indeed. Yes,
Oh,
it does
okay,
indeed.
so wow, that's a real shame. 6 damage on that.
6 damage. Okay.
Yeah. Still standing, eh?
He still looks real hurt, but he's standing.
You know what? I'm just gonna look at him. Not worth my time. Finish my movement, and I'll take my second attack out on this guy.
Okay.
Oh, nat 20, baby.
Nice. That definitely hits.
Wow, what are these deuces for?
Damn.
I got 4, 8, 12. Oh,
Go f-
and 10 necrotic, so 24.
Oh shit. So as you kind of like duck out of the way of the one with the two daggers, you come up with your greatsword, aiming right for the neck, and it finds its mark as you cleanly decapitate the goblin as its head boop, 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 lands in the bowl right next to you to the right hand side as his body just crumples to the ground.
I just want to say,
See, I brought dinner.
that's exactly how I wanted to kill the next goblin. It was straight decapitate. Like,
Nice. I knew it. I could feel it in your bones.
loved it. That's my turn. That's
All
my
right.
turn.
Nice job, Freya. All right, I need everybody to roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
Ten.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Also 10.
Twinsies.
Dirty 20 for Cram.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. All right, Marlene charges into the area. With post haste, see her charging through. Like, you don't expect this old elderly lady to be running as fast as she can as she's running. The dirt is just like kicking back between her feet, wasting no time before even being within range of the rogue, immediately lunging forward with her sword. Okay, as she hits for... So as she lunges forward with one sword, it goes right through the chest of the goblin, and you can see the goblin just draw its last breath as it starts to slump down, motionless, as she just brings up the next sword and just right across the neck, decapitates the goblin.
Oh, come on. You totally should have said, how do I want to do this?
As the goblin crumples to the ground and the head bounces off the wall to the left. As her breath starts to steady. Freya and Ion, you feel your body completely come stationary, unable to move, almost unable to breathe. Your vision goes black, and you feel nothing. Kran, what do you do?
You guys okay?
What's going on?
Welcome.
Ion, Freya.
I see nothing.
I don't even feel like moving right now.
Can they talk?
So as you try to say these words, nothing comes out. Ion,
Well.
what? Ion, what's happening? And Crown, you can see Freya's eyes. You're staring down. You can see her eyes are just a solid purple right now. And you see Orlean starts to go over and starts shaking Ion. Ion, wake up! Wake up!
So I'm going to hold my hand out.
Okay.
And the staff is going to apparate in my hand. And I'm going to slam it into the ground and release a lesser restoration on... I'm trying to figure out if one of them can do the same thing. I'm going to release it on Ion.
Okay. All right, so you slam the staff down and you push out whatever energy is within this staff, and you see these 4 green, almost small motes of energy just piece off to the side, and they start to hover almost like they're searching for something up and down her body, and it just stops around her head, and you see them come out, and then goes inside her head. Ion, you feel this large breath come within your body. You regain consciousness. You have your awareness around you yet again.
What's going on? What
You
happened?
got any restorative ability?
I don't believe I'm capable of that kind of thing.
Son of a bitch. I'll do it again.
Your eyes went purple, and you were frozen or something. Oh, I'm glad you're back. And she gives you a hug, Ion.
She will reciprocate the hug.
Mm.
I'm glad I'm okay. I don't know if it's these newfound powers causing stuff like this or something the goblins are doing.
I don't like unpredictability. Let's get moving.
Wow,
like
for
the
it's
entire
all about
situation.
me.
No, I said I'd do it again.
Oh. Oh, so now,
Literally.
oh, now I'm back too. Yeah. Sorry, Luke got a whole thing about it.
Luke got a hug and I got nothing.
I didn't know I was actually back yet.
So yeah,
I
as you
asked her her name. I got a hug.
He's really the only one that's actually talked to her. We kind of just.
so yeah, you use your staff yet again, is saying the motes come out, searching for something around Freya. It does so, kind of hones in on her head. You see the motes travel down her horns and almost like seep into her head. Freya, you regain consciousness.
And then you see my staff. It had like in the cracks there was like glowing energy, and it's gone now. And then it deapparates.
I can see. I can feel.
I can see.
I can see. I'm a real boy.
Freya, you're okay.
I think. I don't know what happened.
Ugh.
Did you see anything? Your eyes were purple.
I saw nothing. Nothing.
What do you guys think about maybe taking a little quick rest?
No. Something's hitting us. Something's hurting us. We must find.
I mean, we
what
could
it
just
is.
go back up and take a quick rest.
It's up to you. I'll follow your lead. I can watch below. I'm quite okay. I can make sure nothing comes up.
I'm okay. If you need to go, I will go forward.
Okay.
And investigate. Actually, hold on. I'm actually gonna go back to the. Oh. Thank you.
If you use the arrows, it's less likely to.
No, it jumps up too if you use the arrows.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going
So
back.
what
to
do you
this
wanna do?
goblin and- I'm going back to this goblin and taking his dagger.
No, the necrotic one.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
Yeah, you take the dagger. It looks like a fairly basic dagger.
Oh.
It didn't feel like a fairly basic dagger.
I just put it back down then.
Okay. You do not pick up the dagger.
Nothing special after all.
Well,
If you're thinking we should take a rest, it's not a bad idea. Just a small one though. We need to get moving.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to sleep overnight or anything. Maybe just like take a quick little hour nip.
I think that's a good idea. I don't want to press on unless everybody's feeling up to it.
Why don't we move back to the bottom of the ladder, and we'll remain there for now, unless we have anything else happen. Then we might go up all the way.
Wait, okay, Colin.
Yeah.
So when I look at my spells, it says I have 2 charges for the staff, but when I look at the staff, it says I have 10 charges.
Yeah, you have 10 charges.
Okay. Never mind then. The cracks in the staff were still glowing.
You like tap it a little bit, and it's like.
Yeah, because you said that, and I'm like, no, it means it uses 2 charges for lesser restoration. That's what it means.
Oh, okay. That makes
Yeah,
more
yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
So I have 6 charges left.
So half
I
of the
can't
staff
open
is
it.
glowing.
Yeah. It's just a bit dimmer. It's like half the brightness.
Well, I
I'm
can
gonna
I
sit by
can
this
keep watch if you all need to take a rest.
I mean,
Perfect.
it's not like we're sleeping. We can just sit here and just chill.
That's
Maybe
fair.
there's
There,
something to eat in the cauldron.
there are some fruit over here. You see her walk over and start kneel down and start inspecting the bowls that are there.
The one with the head in it.
Yeah.
Ion will check the cauldron, see if there's anything in it.
I'll check the bowl with the head in it.
Are you guys resting or are you investigating? I need to
I'm
be
just
clear.
chilling. I'm just
Okay.
chilling.
She's resting now. So
He's resting.
takes a nap.
Okay. Yeah, you guys kind of poke through the area just while you're kind of relaxing, taking your rest here. You can see whatever's in the cauldron looks like some really bad vegetable stew. You see a couple little tiny chicken bones in there, but you're assuming they kind of maintain what chickens they have, the most that they have, because it's on an island. And then random scavenged fruits and veg are scattered throughout as well. Okay, so you're having a short rest?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now,
1 hour rest.
everybody roll a stealth check, please.
Natural 20.
Ooh, that's not good.
Ooh, wow, 19. So the
8.
one who wanted to rest is the least stealthiest.
I'm
Allowed
not
us
doing
talking.
anything. I'm not even talking. I'm literally just chilling on a barrel.
You
Maybe
fart
you're snoring.
really loudly into the hole on top of the barrel, and it just echoes.
Echoes through the whole cave.
All right. So you guys can go ahead and mark off a short rest. The 1 hour goes
Okay.
by without a hassle.
Can't edit our sheet, so we can't do that.
Yeah, I can't do anything
yeah.
on my sheet here.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought if I shared it, you guys could use it, but I guess that's only if you're like in the campaign or whatever. So I'll remember that for next time. But yeah, you all have your 2 spell slots back.
Yay.
And roll any hit dice you need for health.
I didn't even use a spell slot.
Also, it was nighttime when we got here, right?
Yep.
Let me know when the sun rises / if it rises.
Will do.
Does somebody have something for
My
that?
staff recharges at dawn.
Ooh, do I get my... Well, if it's at dawn, then I probably... Well, no.
Yeah, you
I'll
guys have only
take
been
mine.
here for like maybe 40 minutes.
Well, we just
Yeah.
spent an hour resting,
Until you rested. An hour and 40 minutes.
but we also don't know what time it was at night. It could have been 4 o'clock in the morning.
Could have been.
So we're all good, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yep.
That's
Except for the fact that I disappeared.
I see
So
you.
I need all of you to roll 4 wisdom saving throws.
See, I knew this was a bad idea.
Where did I go?
Okay.
I see you. You're in the barrel.
I don't see me on the barrel anymore.
Double click
Oh
on
my
your portrait.
gosh.
Okay, my
All right.
lowest roll was a 14.
Oh, these are all bad.
What's
I
the
just got
next
good
lowest?
rolls. I had 14, 15, 18, and 23.
Okay.
Okay, I
Oh,
had
sorry, no, 22.
I had 11, nat
Okay.
1,
Oof.
10, and then 13. No, 11 again. Sorry.
Okay.
I rolled a 12, and I, no joke, rolled a 23
Okay.
3 times. I rolled a 19 3 times in a row.
Nice.
That's so awesome that was used on that and not like combat. Okay. So during your rest, you guys kind of quiet and kind of making sure you get fully rested. Every now and again, each of you notice some of the others kind of become still. And their eyes just kind of go full purple. then come back to their senses again after a short time. Doesn't seem to have affected the rest that you got, but you all notice this strange thing happening to each of you.
And is it also happening to Orlean?
You have not noticed Arlene change, no.
When we finish the rest, I think Ion would notice. She was only affected once, so I think she'd be checking on everybody. Are you guys all right? I saw you kind of going in and out as I did earlier.
Did we notice it? Like when we go under, do we notice it?
You can't tell, no. It's almost like you just like fell asleep for a second.
Okay. I'm fine. What do you mean?
I guess whatever happened to me earlier before we rested, I just noticed you.
The purple eye thing, and I was comatose, catatonic.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Yes.
That's weird.
Well, I have a feeling the deeper we delve in this place, the more it's going to occur. So
I don't think it's related to this place. I think it's related to our powers.
I think he's right.
makes sense.
Are you remembering anything with these things that are happening to you?
Are we remembering anything with these things that are happening to us?
Are we remembering any of these things that are happening to us?
You
Do
are
I
not.
know?
No, I
The
don't.
only thing you feel, the more of these things that you have, the more of a pull you feel further into this cavern. It's ever so slight, but that warmly feel you got on that boat pulled you to the island. It's something you can't quite place your finger on, but it keeps wanting to pull you deeper into the cavern.
Are
Going
we trying to
deeper
save
into
the
the cavern.
Mantrum? Is that what's happening right now?
I'm going in. What?
Wait.
I don't remember anything, but I do know that there's
There's a
something here
door.
that we need to find.
Is it this door?
Trying really hard not to leak into Forelock. Like I'm just trying to keep the rasp and not the
Yeah,
southern, but
yeah.
it keeps leaking in.
It's hard, right? It's hard to not go into
I
the
have
other
to
ones.
talk quiet or else I slip right into Masto.
I know. How many times have you
I have
guys
to-
said, "What is this door on here?" Like I do, like an angry voice. And it's back. Well,
Well-
let's stick together, Freya. Don't go off alone.
There's a door.
We can continue forward, and if I need to go rescout the area, I can.
Oh, there we go. Now I can see myself.
There's a door.
All right. Well, let's check out the door. I don't think there's anywhere else to go in here anyway.
Brian, I guess you were good with the last door. Perhaps you should look for this one. This one.
All right. I want to check it if it's locked first.
Okay. It is locked.
All right. All of my last 4 rolls were garbage, so I will attempt to pick the lock. Fuck. Dexterity. That is a 10.
Okay. You just can't get it. You feel those tumblers. You just breeze through upstairs. You're expecting no resistance whatsoever, but you just can't get it.
Go. Stop watching me. I can't do it when people are watching. While I'm doing this, go check the bodies. See if they have a key.
I go turn around and check the bodies.
Once she's gone, I'll try to pick the lock again.
Okay, so roll investigation while you're looking, and roll another. Lockpick.
Oh, that's garbage. 7.
Yeah, you rummage through the carcasses, the blood and guts, the quartered goblin, and you can't find a key.
I want to check the head.
Okay. What was the lock picking rule?
16.
16. Okay. Does not. It just won't give. This is a lock, unlike the one upstairs. It seems to just can't find the right sequence of tumblers. Roll an investigation check for the head.
That's a 16.
Interesting. You delve your fist inside the head, move it around in the hopes that a stored key to be found within. However, there is not.
I would now like to use his head as a puppet. I can't find the key in Goblin.
Ion's gonna give a extremely concerned look.
Or
Let me,
Orlean stays steady.
Let me take a look real quick, see if I can do something about it.
I will move out of the way.
And
I will continue walking to the door with the head on my hand.
Okay.
she is going to look at this door, and she's going to look beyond this door.
Okay.
She's going to use her ghostly gaze to see if she can see past it and see if it's something she can just open from the other side.
Okay. 1 second here. So as you kind of focus, close your eyes, and those of you that are watching, Ion, see that purple energy start to flare into her eye, but this time it's not solid. It's almost like it's a consistent burn. You see these little flames coming out of it. And you get this vision, Ion, of the cavern beyond. You see this door. You don't see anything obstructing the door from behind. Looks like a simple lock on the other side. But with the range of this sight, everything looks in a gray, black, and purple tone to it. You see a room on the other side. You see sort of makeshift beds scattered on the ground. Some sort of hexagonal shape in the middle of the room. And some sort of throne or chair at the far end of the room, just as the vision kind of cuts off.
From what I saw with the door, do I think, like, if I was on the other side of it, I could unlock it from there without a key or anything like that?
No, it doesn't look like there's a latch from the other side. It looks like it can only be unlocked with a key.
Well,
Hey, you got a big sword. Why don't you try to just break it down?
It's not a bad idea.
But then I lose my sweet performance puppet gag. All right, I put the head down.
You're acting like you can't pick it up again.
Yeah, I know. Like I was like,
Oh yeah,
You
that's,
just-
you know what? I gently, instead of just tossing it aside, I gently put it on top of this barrel right here as I
Okay.
walk by. And take my sword,
Okay.
and I would like to look for gaps in the wood.
Okay.
Because it is a wooden door, right?
It is.
I would like to hack away at a gap in the door.
All right. Roll investigation.
Ooh. My other dice stopped that on a 17. So 19.
Okay. Awesome. So go ahead and roll attack now.
Ooh, that's not so nice. 11.
11. Okay. And then roll damage for that.
we're becoming Vox Machina on doors.
That is a 9.
9.
Damage.
Okay. Okay. Roll a second attack.
Ooh, that's better. 17.
Okay. And damage.
Ooh. Ooh. 13.
Nice. Okay. So as you kind of like inspect the door, you kind of put your fingernails in certain sections, seeing if there's give. And you find right between where the lock is, about a foot away from the where the kind of the piston must have gone into the wall from the door, you find a little crack in the wood. And you get your sword and bam! Bam! You push it through and you snap the big chunk of wood that's holding the lock mechanism off, freeing the door open.
I grab I grab the door and open it as I walk backwards, and I say, "It's open for everyone."
Well done.
And I grab the head.
There. Did you see anything?
I'm just gonna
No.
start heading.
Okay. As you start heading, you start to hear, as you get to the door, you start to hear chanting and mumbling coming from the next room.
I will relay it and be like, they must be in some kind of trance. Because if you smash that door open and they're not responding, they must be in some kind of trance or something.
And let's snap them out of it.
Or, you know, we just go up and really easily kill them.
Yeah, like snapping their necks.
Yes.
Snap them out of it. Can
All right.
Get it?
Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna go in the room.
All right, so as you guys move forward, Ion, you following?
Yep, she is in tow.
All right, so as you guys get to this room that Ion, you got a kind of a preview of. You can see this strange kind of like shape in the center, some beds scattered around on the outsides, and you see a strange throne with a skull. Stop moving around.
Sorry.
A skull at at the top of the chair, with two small little purple lights coming from the eye sockets. What do you all do?
Roll initiative, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I just did that so you stop moving around.
Oh, okay.
I was like dead center above my character, and I was like, ah.
Got you
You
unlocked.
don't have to
then.
move your character for that. You can like just move
No,
your
I wanted
camera.
to get into a position so I didn't reveal anything when I backed out.
Oh.
I wanna smooth
Does
the
that
vision.
pull we've been feeling, does that feel like it's coming from the chair?
So as you focus in on that pull and you kind of close your eyes for a second and focus in, kind of bring your hands together, and as you do, feel that pull. Not only that, those watching you see the kind of purple light grow a little bit within the eye sockets.
All right, I'm gonna slowly approach the chair.
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
So the goal, just to be clear,
Mhm.
if nothing jumps out at us or puts us into combat, I want to sit in the throne.
Okay. Okay. So you start walking forwards. Ion, Freya, what are you guys doing?
Following in suit.
Ion is going to kind of wave her hand, and as she does, her sword's going to appear. This is an ominous place. Let's be on guard, shall we? And she will also follow.
I twirl.
Of course you do. Okay. So as you start moving forwards, Cran, you hear that crackling of leaves you all were trying to avoid in the wind. You hear that the east side of this strange shape that is roped off in the middle. You don't see anything over there, but you hear the leaves crack.
Do I have anything that can help me do that?
Mhm.
No. Nope. Okay.
Just continue walking.
Yep.
I will take my greatsword out and walk along with him.
Okay. So as you get to about the crates, Ray, you're following. And you're following as well.
Mm-hmm.
And Orlean is going the other way. She has both of her long swords, one in each hand, at the ready as she slowly walks around the right-hand side.
Ion would see that Orlean's by herself, and she'd quickly run over to her.
Okay. Why are you guys able to move?
I don't know what you're
You
saying.
cannot stop me from my destiny.
I didn't even know I was moving you.
Eh.
No! No!
No.
Pull you all
We're
back.
closer to the chair.
So, as you get to the crates, you go to step in between the two crates, and as you do, you feel this cold surge of energy immediately touch your chest.
Brr.
Does a 20 hit?
Hold on. I need to see something.
For all of us? Or
This is just for Cran.
Yes, a 20 hits.
Okay. Take 28 necrotic damage.
Okay, and then I use my Misty Escape and I teleport to the throne.
Okay, so Freya, you watch as Cran goes to step between these crates. You see these almost like ghostly hands press on his chest, and as this black energy irradiates through his body, you think he's dropping to the floor in pain. He reappears over by the throne.
And I want to be like sitting with like my leg crossed and like leaning like this, like on the throne.
Okay, so yes, you land on the throne, legs crossed and sitting. As he does that, Freya, you see a strange goblin with a staff appear right in front, and everybody roll initiative.
Ooh, that's a good one.
15.
wow.
19.
I've been lowering good initiatives.
Who's 19?
Kren, me.
15, 19, and Freya, what were you?
12.
Okay. Oh, Ren needs to roll. Oh, she has advantage on initiative. I wasn't doing that earlier. 23. I think we need some. Oops. I think we need some battle music for this. You want some heavy battle music? All right, you got it.
Oh, of course.
Now, ow, why did I do that?
Let's see. So she has to roll her, which was 5. Okay. Okay. All right. First up is Orlean. So, seeing this thing appear on the other side, Orlean will run over. Immediately run over. Hopping over the edge of the ropes. And as she does, you hear her yell as she pulls out both of her swords. And you see again the kind of the bloodshot eyes light up as she lunges forward with both swords towards this mysterious goblin.
Yeah.
Was she a barbarian?
26 definitely hits. Does that one hit? It does. She runs forward, hopping over the crate and lunging right in with both long swords. As she rips them out, she lets her yell. Heavy breathing, chest up and down. Kran, you're up.
Sorry. Okay. So Eldritch Blast is an action, right?
Yep.
Who? Wait, but is this an action or is it a bonus action? Bonus action, hell yeah. Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to cast Hex on Devil Goblin Girl.
Okay.
I'm going to Hex her Wisdom.
Hex or Wisdom. Does she have to roll anything for that?
I don't know if you can save from Hex. I think it just applies.
Yeah, I think it's just a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Okay. So
The
against
bonus
wisdom
from the
checks.
higher level doesn't matter because this isn't going to be a 24-hour fight. And then I'm going to Eldritch Blaster.
Blaster. Double blast.
All right, so that's 17.
17 hits.
Hell yeah. All right, so I need this and a D6. All right, so 6 plus 5 is 11 plus 4 is 15 damage for the first one.
Excellent.
And then that one's going to hit too. That's a natural 16 plus 7, so.
Yeah, that hits.
3 plus 3 is 6 plus 4 is 10 more damage.
And more.
But
Awesome.
plus, it counts as an attack spell, right? So you get the 1d6 necrotic.
That's why I was the 3 plus 3.
Oh.
I did the 1d6 already. I did it for both.
So as the
And then
sorry, go ahead.
I sit back in the chair, back how I was sitting.
Okay. So these are timed almost with the lunges of the sword. As Orlean, you see kind of the swords come out on either side of this goblin entity as you let loose your blast. Almost seems to charge the longsword as he rips them out. And you see the purple energy flare out of the wounds as the goblin starts cackling as she holds her staff ready. Yeah, you sit yourself back down, and on your turn.
Ion is her sword's out, and she's going to aim it at this thing, and she is also going to hex it.
Okay.
She will do a strength curse,
Sure.
and then with the swiftness of a jungle cat, you will see her leap over. And what she's actually going to do is she's going to basically jump over them, and she's going to be kind of acrobatic-y here, and she's going to shoulder on this goblin, flip over it, land behind her, and then she's going to take her sword with both hands, and she's going to drive it in from behind her, not actually looking at her, and she's going to drive her sword through the back of it.
Nice. Roll an acrobatics first.
16.
Thanks. Okay, go ahead and roll your attacks.
Okay. First one is a 17 on the die, plus 7.
Nice. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alright, and because she's two-handing, it'll be a d10.
Perfect.
And then... let's see. So she will be dealing 5 plus 8 or 3, so 8 slashing, followed by 7 radiant, and then followed by 4 necrotic.
Okay, so 19. Okay, got it.
And then she's going to make her second attack.
Love it.
So natural 13 on the die, plus 7, so dirty 20.
It's
And so from the standing position, she's going to the sword's going to disappear for a second. She's going to stand up, turn around, and just start her swinging motion. And as she comes down, she's going to try to cut through, the shoulder down to the other side of this thing, through its
Perfect.
abdomen. So that'll be 9 plus 3, 9, 10, 11, 12 slashing with 4 radiant and 5 necrotic.
Say that again. 9 slashing.
12 slashing.
Well, okay.
9 on the die plus 3.
Yeah.
4 radiant and then 5
Okay.
necrotic.
21.
And then she'll just kind of pull back a little bit, ready to fight this thing.
Okay. Awesome. So in a flurry, you guys just see Ion just parkour off, flip over the crate, slide down the back shoulder, sword out, sword up, down. Just a flurry of blows, and stands there. Freya, you're up.
I am going to clicky click my heels and hop behind him.
Okay.
Or them. And I will attack with my greatsword still out.
Lay it on her.
15.
15 hits.
Ooh. Okay, so that is 12 for the first attack.
Okay.
And this is a 21 hit.
Yep.
Okay. Oh man, that's wow. 11, 15 damage.
Okay.
That's close to max right there. Oh.
Okay.
That's my turn. Yep.
All right. So this onslaught that happened within 6 seconds of this entity appearing, left, right, and center, skewers, swords, energy, flying. It almost doesn't seem to stop. Her body is just like almost small implosions happening all over it. As she glances around quickly, she decides to reach out and grab her last attacker. See both of her hands coming at you. They almost look like they're detaching from her body as she reaches out towards you, Freya.
Oh, what?
And as her hands reach out towards you, you almost lean into it with a little smile as the energy trying to push in towards your body stops about 4 inches away from it and almost just fizzles and dissipates. You see the look of panic on her eyes as she almost looks to phase in and out of existence as she moves. To the other side. The other side of the room and reappears.
She's quick too.
Everybody roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
That is 16.
16.
Ion rolled a 5.
15.
Okay. Okay, so Orlean, seeing this thing try to escape, jumps up on the crate and runs along the rope? Question mark? Yes, she does. Jumps up, runs along the rope, down, and it leaps on top of this thing in a flurry, doing a 360, whirling out both of her blades for 3 attacks on this thing.
Just turn into a blender.
Literally. 20. If that hit. The third one hits. And she hits with every attack.
Hell yeah.
As you just see this green-red fluid just spitting off this entity as it stumbles forwards, grabbing onto its staff and just punching it into the ground to hold it steady. As she's standing on the panting at the top of the crate. Bran, as you get ready to make your next move, you feel this overwhelming power take over. You freeze, and everything goes black. And those watching, you can see purple. Solid purple in his eyes. And the purple starts to break down the center and start to open a little, and you see this purple smoke start to come out. And Cran, you hear this voice. Finally, go and finish it. And you feel your body released. What do you do?
Okay. And so he'll put up his hand, and you see like the purple energy that his Eldritch Blast has been building up in his forearm. So first I need to make sure these hit before I make it cool. So that one will be 21.
That hit?
Oh, and then a natural 1, so I can't make it cool. All right, so I'll just fire one. So he charges up the 1, and then he goes to charge a second one and fire both at once, but then because he's trying to be cool, it fizzles, and he just gets the 1 off.
Okay. So as you kind of let the one off and then the other ones start to fizzle, you feel this strange energy almost kick back. As the spell about to leave your hand, it almost sucks that energy back in. And you kind of looked at it shocked. And as you look at your other hand, you see the energy start to form in this hand as well. And this energy starts to circulate and form this electrical looking ball in your hands. And you can't hold it any longer and you just let go. And there's this huge ball of purple energy. It flies towards this entity. And as it hits it, it doesn't explode, but it encapsulates it. It starts to vibrate, stretch outwards. And you see electrical purple shots going into the center of this thing as it... And the entity disappears.
Wait, what? The hell?
No longer there. What? What was that, Kren? What happened?
I don't know what half the shit I've done is. It just works.
And as you look, you guys see the eyes within the skull above the throne. Now two purple flames just burning bright. You all recognize this to be a satyr skull.
Ooh. I'm gonna knock on it with my staff.
Yeah. It makes a knocking sound.
Anyone in there?
Is everybody feeling okay?
Something said finally and finish it before that giant energy ball of prison came out of my hands.
Did anybody else hear that? I didn't hear it.
Is Ion not, because she failed to save, was she not paralyzed or anything?
No, she's free now.
Okay.
Ram fails 5
no.
saves.
I don't know what happened.
You both feel, Ion and Freya, you still feel that warm pool that you did before. Kran, you do not.
Interesting.
Well, I guess it's clear for the rest that we wanted to do. Set sail again, I suppose.
Yeah, all right.
I really felt like there'd be something down here for us.
Well, the only thing I see is this strange skull.
I'm gonna take the skull and put it on my head.
As you touch the skull with your hands, try to pull it down, you can see it is affixed to this. It looks like the goblins here had been worshipping it or something, and it affixed it to the top of the throne. And as soon as you grab onto it, Ion and Freya, roll wisdom saving throws, please.
19.
Okay. Freya fails. She fell asleep
Tim,
during the attack.
roll a wisdom
I'm
saving
getting-
throw.
Do you want to change
I
the
got-
music again?
Is that too
18.
sleepy? Sorry, what was it?
18.
18. Okay. Do you both feel this push, almost like trying to invade you again, and you kind of clench and you force it away? I wonder why they were worshiping this thing down here.
Can I do I gather anything by looking at the skull? Like, can I investigate, see it? Like, is there any presence in it?
Sure you can. You can roll investigation or arcana.
Okay, let me see what's better. They're both the same, so 13.
13. Okay. You can tell that this is from a satyr, but beyond that, and it seems to be whatever magical essence was within it is just remnants of it remaining. It doesn't seem to be sort of generating something.
That was more so what I wanted to make sure if I needed to like dispel it or.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I don't. Do you guys still feel like there's something down here? Because that I had this sense that we needed to be here, and it's gone now.
Do we
Was it-
still feel the pull?
With her?
You both do feel the pull, yeah.
Is it pulling us to anything else down here?
You just feel it towards the skull.
I'm gonna step off the throne and like get like one of you guys just sitting here.
I sit on the throne.
Okay, yeah, you sit on the throne. The purple eyes, little kind of burning in the skull.
I tap it with my great sword.
Okay, as soon as you touch it, roll us a wisdom saving throw.
That is. I keep looking over at it, even though it's a 3. 22.
22.
I got 19.
Okay. Yeah, you grab onto it. You feel something trying to push in, but you force it away.
Ion is going to.
I would like to choose to fail that save.
Yeah, you can do that. You can let the intrusiveness in.
Yes.
Let the intrusive thoughts win.
I'll say
Mm,
Ion's gonna do like the kind of the same thing. She's just gonna like hold her hand out to it and try to use the magic she's been feeling, and she's just gonna open herself up to it.
Okay. So yeah, Freya, as you kind of like, you start to kind of push and resist, and you kind of change your mind, and you start to let this in. Just as Anne puts her kind of hand up on the side of the skull, and Cran, you see the purple eyes just go so bright, and for a moment, all three of you feel connected. You hear a voice. You can't pinpoint where this voice is coming from. You hear this, you feel this strength in this voice. You're doing well. Get to Luxor and stop him.
Well, I guess we got to go to Luxor.
That's where we were going in the first place.
Have you remembered why we have to go there? You remember
Stop
everything.
him.
We have to stop someone that's there.
Do we remember?
You do not.
Dang.
A voice in my head. Who do we have to stop?
You're hearing voice in your head.
Mm,
I mean, I assume it's the whatever gave us these abilities.
What did the voice say?
To stop him and to get to Luxor.
We're doing well. Now head to Luxor and stop him.
Well, I think it's finally happened somehow. I don't know how this is possible, but it would seem that it is time for you all.
What?
time for us all.
I'm gonna take a step back.
all of our work. It's come to this, and I'm excited for us to possibly get to the goal that we've all been working towards. I don't know why your memories are not coming back. That's so strange.
What were we
So
working
you
toward?
remember everything.
I had to be sure that you weren't being controlled by the wrong people.
Who were the wrong people?
Who were the right people?
Who's in Luxor?
Perhaps your memories will come back with time, but to catch you up so that we can proceed with our mission, we had been working towards finding all of the siblings and bringing them together, and primarily my son, and to stop Magnus from whatever he's doing.
What siblings? Who's your son? What?
My son, Darius. Been searching for him ever since I found out that he was still alive, and found the three of you on Oculite, and you've been helping me try to track him down, and unfortunately he had left the island before we could find him, and our research had explained to us ways to find the path through the waterways in combination with the ley lines and track our ways through the ocean to reach Luxor, where apparently Magnus currently is.
What took our memories?
I don't know. The blood of Demantrum that was used on the children. I thought it was dormant. I don't know what. Something must have happened to trigger the blood that was within you all. Magnus had to deal with Demantrum, and his blood was used. He worked with a blood mage to infuse the mothers with his blood in the attempts to create more Conciso sorcerers, but failed. Had them trained, had them mind washed, their memories wiped daily, implanting them with memories, false memories. But when he found it was failure, the experiment was destroyed and laid waste. But their caretaker had learned to love the children, and had only pretended to lay waste to the children. And so Magnus, unaware that his children still wander.
Are we his children?
Not by birth, but by blood, if that makes sense.
We were experimented on.
Yes.
Transfusions.
Your mothers, during pregnancy, unknown to them, and then taken at their 5th and 6th birthdays. Moved to a training school, taught in the ways of the Conciso sorcery in the hopes that the bloodlines of the Conciso sorcerers would then flow through you from this Magnus. My son was one of them. I didn't know that he was alive.
I mean, with magics, why don't you just reach out to him?
It's not possible. The destruction of the ley lines, or the compression of the ley lines, doesn't make it possible for what the abilities that I have. I've trained myself, and I've made deals that have perhaps had their toll on me to get to where I even am today. And you can see like the bloodshot of the eyes taking longer to recede from last time. But it looks like you have abilities now that you didn't before, and hopefully when your memories come back, the research and the work that we've done, it'll help us with our task. Are you all ready?
Let's go.
Time to get moving.
Let's go to Luxor.
Let's go.
Congratulations, guys. You completed the one shot.
Yay!
Bro, you just dropped so much of my backstory on me!
And Darius knows nothing.
He doesn't know any of it!
Darius knows nothing.
Which, like,
Awesome.
makes me wish even more. Because, like, when we were on Roll20, I got sending, and I was gonna contact my mother! Then we went to D&D Beyond, and I lost spells, and I had to sacrifice that one.
Well, Maybe you'll find a scroll.
Well, I also have disguise self, right? So I can make myself look like the memory of my mom and try to get Atlas to contact
Yeah,
her too.
that might work too. All right, awesome. Well, I'm glad we nailed the one shot. I appreciate it, guys, and I think we worked out a few kinks with using this system. And as a DM, I know when to like take the screen off and what to do some stuff. So awesome. I think that was a success.
I like it.
Awesome.
I like twirling.
Perfect. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Come back next Tuesday at 8 p.m. for our regular Reditus campaign. You guys are almost out of the city. So we'll see what happens. They're so close. And thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate all the support. And we'll